All right. Turn this off. Down. Yeah, shut the hell up, dude. Sorry. Sorry, you're just trying to protect me. All right, let's roll. Run some ideas past some people today. Go get a hot dog combo. No. What do I want to do today? What do I want to do today? What do I want to do today? What shall we do today? What shall we do today? What shall we do today? What do we do today? What do we do today? What do y'all want me to do today? I actually do have plans today. Shooting a very, oh Jesus Christ. What's going on? My damn phone. Sorry about that. I got knocked off for a minute. My phone is jacked up. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I think maybe you can. Yeah, you can. This camera has such a small ass microphone on it, and I'm not using an external mic, so it's easy for it to get covered up. I think it's on the bottom. I don't fucking know, man. What's up, guys? Good to see y'all again today. Hopefully you are some of the people who went with me yesterday downtown, because yeah, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about I don't know. I just want to share something with you guys. I feel like it needs to be shared. Shit. I'm about to fucking run over somebody. All right. I'm going to put this down here, guys. That way I need a holster in here. What the fuck's going on? Okay, guys. If you didn't notice, if you didn't come with me yesterday, I went downtown on a bus. What an experience. It was great. I hope you were there watching it, okay? Because if you were there watching it, you can kind of get an idea of how I am as a human, all right? All the interactions I had yesterday were 100% real with 100% strangers, okay? So, I mean, it was just nothing but love, nothing but love. I did on the way home, I cut the feed a little short and waited for one of my buses, or my bus, to take me home. They were free yesterday. But the problem with that was that the bus showed up and then it broke down. So I just called an Uber home. But had an interesting conversation with the young lady down there, those people who use the public transit. How are you able to get to work in places like that when the schedule on the buses, if you don't have a vehicle, is never even close? It's like, I'll give you an example. The bus to pick me up, if you were watching yesterday, was about 45 minutes late. Now, I talked to another woman downtown, and she said she hated the free buses because, which it's only for 90 days, in case you're wondering. In Memphis, they're doing free buses for 90 days. She says she hated the free buses because she was ready to pay her $2. The reason she hated it is because since a few days ago when they started doing the free buses, they have lacked up on their timing. So their schedule's been shit. So what's the point in giving a free service if people can't use it the way it needs to be used? That's all. That's a big question I have for MATA. If you're going to give a free bus out to people to try to get more people to use public transit, then don't just lollygag and just be lazy because they're not paying. You have to give them the same service. and you have to be on schedule. These people work. A lot of these people are going to work and they can't. I mean, how are you supposed to hold a job? If oh, call up your boss. I'm sorry, I'm an hour late. Yeah, the bus isn't running today. They just decided not to. You know, we're poor people. We're middle poor people, so they don't really give a fuck about us. I mean, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from the outside eyes. Whether they do or not, I'm not going to make that call. You know, that's on them. But man, yeah, that's a real problem. That's a real problem. And everybody around here wants to simplify things so much. Why don't you get a job if you're hungry? Dude, stop with that nonsense. Just stop. If you're telling me that you think there's a level playing field for everybody in this country, then get the fuck out of here. Just back on out, because you're not my kind of person. Okay, I want people who can think. I want people who will challenge themselves. I want people who will not be afraid to admit when they're wrong, and not only that, just what's this tribalism where we feel like we have to protect other people that are either white or red? What is this shit? We got to stop with that. You got to stop with that. These people, I don't know. You're already getting me going, okay? And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come in here today and talk about yesterday and what I'm going to do today, because I think my conversation today is very important. Or my video that I'm going to be putting out. I'm actually going to put out a video today, in spite of this live stream. I've been doing a lot of live streams lately because I've been picking up a lot of subs from doing live streams, which makes my heart full, because for whatever reason, you either sub because you hate me or you sub because you wanna hear from me. Okay, now, I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that because the subs are going up. They'll go down, but then they'll go up again. You guys see me go off on somebody, or see me have a conversation with a stranger, and maybe you like it. And we talk about relevant things. I don't know. I have hope today, guys. I actually have hope. Are you driving right now? I don't know. Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Don't matter anyway. My phone's not in my hand. Okay. I'll be where I need to be in a minute, and we'll change this view so it doesn't look like you're looking at Mount Hillbilly over here. Okay. Can I get some props for that joke? Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna change the view. I gotta tell that joke again because it was too good. Because I looked down and saw my picture on the phone. I'm gonna as soon as I get done driving, I'll pull the camera up and we'll talk closer, and you won't have to be looking at Mount Hillbilly. I thought it was a pretty good fucking joke. If you don't, sorry. All right, here we go. I got to stop and get something. Damn it, I shouldn't have started this live feed. I didn't think I was going to have to stop and get anything. I thought I was going to be able to go where I needed to go before we talked. And okay, so look, man, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to cut this feed off, and we'll reload it right back in about 5 minutes because I got to stop and get a drink. Today, I'm going to do a live feed. We're going to go back up to Wolf Cage Galleria, the mall where someone was just murdered 2 days ago. And hopefully we're going to walk around and see what the crowds are like, and see if it's affected their business, talk about those things, about how the guy knew the other guy, all very important things. But we're not doing that. If someone gets shot today or somebody gets shot anywhere, we don't question why, which we should. We just assume that place is dangerous. That place is dangerous. That place is dangerous. Here's what you got to understand, okay? That mall that I'm getting ready to take you to, that guy who shot that guy knew that guy, all right? He confessed to it. So, yet, they interviewed yesterday, they interviewed some people, and one person said, "Oh, I don't feel safe here anymore." And the reporter didn't push back, okay? And that's out there now. That's out there now. People think, oh, the mall's unsafe. She doesn't feel safe anymore. Let's use that logic for a second, okay? That mall is more safe than this Circle K right here in front of you, okay? 1,000%. What happened in that mall could happen anywhere in the country, especially at a Circle K like this where they don't have security. At least at a mall they have security, okay? So if you're afraid to go to a mall, because you think it's too dangerous, I would tell you just don't hang out with friends with neck tattoos and moral issues, because that's who killed them, a friend. So how logical is it for you to think, I can't go to that mall, it's dangerous? It was a friend who killed another friend. You're just as safe right now to walk in there as you have been your entire life, okay? It was a random act of violence. Well, not a random act of violence. It was a douchebag who, I don't know, got embarrassed in front of his girl and had to pull out a gun and end somebody's fucking life. Ridiculous. But the point I want to get today is it's very, very, very important that this fear shit, we got to get rid of it. It's got to go. It's the reason our country's in the shape that it is right now. It's the reason malls are going to fail. It's the reason a lot of other stores fail. A lot of other places, everybody's fucking afraid of everybody. Okay? We got to stop that shit. And today, I'm going to go in that mall. If you hung out with me yesterday, you see, I'm no phony. Okay? I'll fucking talk to people the way they, in a real way. All right? And I'm not saying that what I do, you can easily do. But I just want you, I want to be an example for you. I want you to see the way I interact with people. As a matter of fact, let's do it right now. Come on, let's go in the store right here. Let's go in. It's not a difficult thing, okay? It's something we've gotten away from and something we need to get back to ASAP, or our country's done. Okay? We have to live together. We have to learn to love each other. All right, let's go. There's a lot of people in here today. I'm gonna flip it around so we can see some actual live interactions here. Uh-oh. All right, I'm getting the meal deal. I'm a cheap bastard, so not cheap. I'm just frugal. I need to quit putting myself down like that. A lot of you guys have said, "Hey man, why don't you quit bashing yourself like that?" And okay. No, I'm just going to get a drink. I'm not going to get a meal deal because I don't want to eat in front of you bastards. All right. What do we got going on here? I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody. Everybody's very busy. But we can do it like this. Does this actually work? How does it do that?
Pardon?
How does it do that?
Just does.
It's pretty cool, huh?
It is cool.
Oh, you can save 30 cents though. How much is it? 79 or 99?
108.
108, but you're not a rewards member.
No.
If you're a rewards member, you'd save 20 cents.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to do that?
I should be, but I want to.
I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save my 20 cents. Hopefully you guys can't see me entering any of my information or anything. It doesn't matter.
Transaction complete. Please take
Okay,
your
now I'm
item.
going to try. All right, guys, sorry about that. I don't know if it took me off or knocked me off, but I had to pay. Have a good day. Oh, Jesus. God, I look down. Man, sometimes I look down at the camera when I have it turned the wrong way, and I look at myself, and I'm like, no wonder so many people come on here and make fun of my ass. I mean, yeah, I'm an unkempt individual, but that's okay. That's by choice. So if you respect that, then that's cool. All right, here we go. I'm going to read some of your comments real quick. Okay, so I had one interaction with an older lady in there, and yeah, she was all right. She's one of these people who doesn't want to sign up for any of the cards or anything because, number one, they probably don't know how to, and or number two, they don't want that new tech on their phone, even though it's going to save them a little bit of money. And guys, if you haven't downloaded the apps, if you have like a restaurant you like to eat at and save a little bit of money, go ahead and download the app, because the people who are saying, I don't want to download the app because I don't want them tracking me, dude, that's gone. That's gone. You're getting tracked every day with this phone right here, okay? With the phone that you have. So since we already know we're being tracked and watched, why not just save a little money and download the apps? They can be a pain to use, but all right. Okay, so my point was, guys, that I just want to, let me get around this guy. Ah, shit, what are we doing? Hang on. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, my baby's chirping at me because I gotta put my seatbelt on. She ain't gonna let me go anywhere. Guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope that all the nonsense out there, the culture war nonsense, is not getting you down. I want to be your beacon, your light of hope, where we can discuss positive things in this country and actual solutions to how we're, going to get out of this mess. We got old Brent Taylor here. I don't know if you know about Memphis and what's going on in Tennessee with the National Guard, but we got a Republican douchebag, and he's a total fucking douchebag. Beady-eyed guy. He's come in here and with the Safe Memphis Task Force, and he wants to run around the city like a fucking douchebag and jump out at anything that he sees positive and goes, we did this, we did this, we did this. What kind of fucking behavior is that, dude? That is ridiculous. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do a damn thing except put a band-aid on a situation. When you leave here, everything that's already happened is going to start right back again. So while you're here, yes, National Guard, I appreciate your being here or whatever, but you ain't fixing shit. And you ain't going to get credit for it, Mr. Red Hat Brent Taylor, who protects pedophiles. Okay? Just leave, man. We don't want you here. Nobody likes your beady-eyed ass. Get on out of our city. Okay? You don't come in from Nashville to Memphis talking about, I'm going to go fix everything with my Safe Memphis Task Force. Look, man, your Safe Memphis Task Force ain't all that. I was at the fucking the shooting the other day, and if you were with me live, you saw their response. It wasn't that fast. Liver Cheese got there before 80% of the fucking cops. And I'm 15 minutes away in fucking Bartlett. My wife called me, and I'm there within 15 minutes before 80% of the cops. So, there's always going to be that other side that sees something as different, okay? It's not, I don't trust what they tell me. When they come out and they're tooting their horn about they done this and they've done that, I take it all with a grain of salt. Because Trump's whole fucking idea, we figured you out, buddy. We know what you do. We know your operating procedures. We know how you do what you do, okay? We figured you out. You're not very fucking bright, because what you do is, oh, look at that, there's a problem. You point at something, look at that, that's a problem. And it's not a fucking problem. But you make it a fucking problem, and then you knock some stuff around, and then you rattle some cages, and then you say, okay, that problem's fixed. It never was a fucking problem to start with, dude. Yet stop giving us fucking problems that we don't need. All right? Your problems are bullshit. They're all bullshit. There aren't people out there fucking trying to murder you and take your money because you're a red hat conservative and have different values than anyone else and don't value life. If you do, step out of that fucking circle, man. It's time. You're going to wind up on the wrong side of history, man, and you don't want to fucking be on the wrong side of history. You're going to be that, guys, you're going to be those, you remember when you look back at those videos from the 50s and 60s and you see all those old black and white videos when it shows a black guy going, or a black girl going to their first all white place, and the way you got all the white people gathered around screaming at them, looking like fucking animals, and you want to call them animals. You want to call black people animals. Look back at those fucking pictures, okay? And you take credit for that, because a lot of those people are your fucking grandparents. They're your grandma, they're your grandfather. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Your grandma and your grandpa is a fucking racist. And until you step up and say something or do something about it, it's always going to be that way. She's going to die a racist. But at least she's going to die and not be here. You're going to be here. You're going to be here when all the cards fall and the fucking chips fall where they may. And you're going to be the one who's going to have to explain, yeah, I voted for him. Yeah, I voted for him twice. Yeah, no, I didn't care. I didn't care about the Epstein files. That's on you, man. And that's fine. I know there's still a lot of good people out there, a lot of good fucking red hats. So, guys, it's not too late. It's really not too late. Come on over to this side. All right? It's the right side to be on. Oh, man. You guys, get my blood pressure up. Nah, my blood pressure don't go up. You know me, guys. You've seen me. You watched me yesterday. Hopefully, if you guys did watch me yesterday. Yesterday, I thought was a great video, man. It didn't, you know, you can say it doesn't prove anything, but I think it does. Because right now, we got to show humanity. We got to show kindness. We got to show people interacting with each other, being kind to each other. We don't have enough of that. All we see is bullshit. Bullshit. This guy got mugged. This guy got fucking robbed. This girl got sex trafficked. I mean, it's just constant. And the media is not going to focus on it, guys. So I'm going to focus on it. Come along with me. Sub right now, man. This is what we do. We do freedom shit, but we do it in the fucking right way, okay? We're going to make sure everybody gets their freedom. Everybody gets protected, and everybody has their say in this country. You're a valuable individual. Stop selling yourself short. Stop bootlicking. Stop bootlicking for corporations, and stop bootlicking for tyrant cops who think a badge grants them special rights. A badge don't grant you fucking special rights, buddy. I don't care about your badge. I'm not impressed by it. You're a public servant. Yeah, so if you see, and when you see cops bullying and stuff like that, you got to jump in there and say something, man. Because when you jump in there and say something or you notice it, you are transitioning from a bootlicker to an enlightened person, okay? Now, what's a bootlicker? A bootlicker is going to be somebody who follows authority blindly. That's a bootlicker. It's a person that follows authority blindly. Well, that's all great and dandy if all our cops and all our government officials were excellent people, excellent moral people, but they're fucking not. They're not excellent people. They're not moral people. A lot of them are, but when you deal with money, you're always going to have corruption, and you're always going to have that happen. So a police officer can hide behind that badge because there's 80% of the people around them seeing what's going on. When they're bullying up on somebody, they think, oh, that guy probably deserves it. See what I'm saying? I mean, think about that. The guy probably didn't deserve it. All right, guys. So you got to stop trusting these elected officials and these government these public servants, okay? Because they think this badge grants them the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do. All right? Stop it. Stop it. Be a fucking individual. Talk to people. We're going into this mall right now, okay? I have different plans for this video, but now I'm fired up, and now I have a point to prove. And the point is, people are good. People need to talk. You need to quit listening to this fear. We've been fed fear on the news for 20 years. And it's affected us and gotten us to where we are right now. If you're afraid of this mall, look. If you're afraid of this mall right here, this beautiful mall, Wolf Chase Galleria, where a shooting happened 2 days ago by people who knew each other. If you're afraid of this mall, if you don't want to come here and shop, you don't need to leave your house, okay? Because that shit can happen anywhere, and it's more likely to happen anywhere. So just stay at home. Stay at home. If you're that fearful of other people, if you're fearful you're going to come to a mall where we used to hang out, where, you know, where this used to be a ritual. Malls were rituals. We don't have that ritual anymore because people don't trust each other. They don't want to come out and socialize with other people. But I'm going to. Right now. I'm going to force kindness on your ass, goddammit. I'm going to take this kindness. Now, Another thing I'll have you notice, okay, we'll probably really quickly get approached by somebody and say, you can't film in here. Again, leads right to the fear thing. Why? Why? Everybody has a camera now. What do you think I'm doing with your footage? I am filming here. If you don't like it, tell me to leave. Memphis police right out in front. Come on, security right there. All right, let's see if the traffic in this mall is any different than it has been. Look at this. Now, I can't really tell yet because this area, this entrance is always pretty dead. Okay, I like that. That security just passed me up. She didn't give a shit. Or she did glance at me. She did glance at me. But, you know, the days of you saying that people can't record in public like this, they're kind of over. They're kind of over. Everybody has cameras in their glasses now. Cameras everywhere. All right, we're going to do something cool right here. Guys, 54-year-old man going into Hot Topic. Do you think I can be relatively cool in there? Let's see. Hi. How are you doing today? All right. Look at all the Stranger Things stuff, guys. This is pretty cool. Holy crap, I just realized what I'm really looking at. Okay, this is cool as hell. I'm gonna have to come back up here and buy some stuff. Definitely my wife is gonna have to come up here and check out the Stranger Things stuff. This hat is badass. Look at that. Ah, man, I want that. How much you think it is? 30 bucks? 25 bucks. 25 bucks. Not bad. All right. How's your Stranger Things sales going?
Pretty much good, honestly.
I just caught up myself. I watched all 4 seasons back. Unbelievably ready. I forgot how good that show was. When you rewatch it, it's a good show. I'm excited. It comes out on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Did you see how they're doing the release with it? Thanksgiving is they're releasing the first 4 episodes, and then they're doing it Thanksgiving night, and then they're smartly Christmas Day they're releasing the next 3 episodes, and then on New Year's Day they're going to release the final episode. How smart is that for Netflix? You guys have a good day. I don't know if you noticed, she was glancing at my phone. I was trying to make a little conversation because she was glancing at my phone, and getting ready to tell me she didn't want any recording in there. Oh, look, what do we have here? Let's go talk to these guys. All right, guys, we got some kind of military exercises going on in the mall today. Check it out. I didn't know that. I wonder what's happening. They didn't like that. Those fuckers didn't like that. And they pointed it out to a cop. So a cop's going to come over here, and we're going to deal with this cop. Well, I'm going to tell him I didn't know you couldn't record. That's how I'm going to deal with it. All right, let's see these. Are these the new ones?
Yeah.
These are the new metas?
Yeah, those are the new medals.
So what's the difference between them? They look a little less bulky. Is that really the only difference?
No.
No?
No. Battery life is 8 hours longer now.
Okay.
They're much lightweight.
But are they a little smaller?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I'm gonna try them all. And these Oakleys are ugly as fuck. Oh no, man, I look too dorky in these. I want these, but goddamn, look at what a dork I am. Oh, no. How much are the metas?
That's not at 379.
They're all $379?
Yeah. Start at. No, they start.
They start at $379.
Yes, they start at 379.
These are the new Okies.
Yep.
I call them Okies because I got a fake pair of Oakleys one time. Look at these guys. Amazing. Ugly, but amazing. What's going on with your display over here? I feel like I'm going to break your glasses. You got these cords on them. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I just thought about that. You know, I'm a trusting individual, so I couldn't figure out why. These are kind of interesting. What do you guys think of these? Anybody like those? I kind of like these, believe it or not. Oh, she trusts me. I was like, oh, she trusts me. You disappeared. I'm getting ready to put 3 or 4 glasses in my... I wouldn't do that. I look like a trusting guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how much are these guys? Those are badass.
They're on the side right there. Let me tell these tiny toys for you so you can try her.
Look at this.
The metal zone.
What are they, 194? Look at this. What do you guys think of this? The liver cheese, look. That's my style right there. I should get those. Send me $198 and I'll get them right now. All right, you have a lovely day. All right, here we go. She was cool, very pleasant. Yeah, if I am approached by a cop and they tell me I can't record, I'm going to tell them that I'm watching an episode of Sanford and Son on my phone. People are just too fucking nosy these days, man. Okay. Yeah, well, you see the traffic in here. There was a shooting 2 days ago. Not the fault of the mall at all. Not the fault of the mall. Not the fault of anybody except 2 random douchebags. Well, not the one who died. I'm not going to call him a douchebag. But the other guy who decided, oh, I got embarrassed in front of my girl, so I'm going to smoke this motherfucker. Look, dude, you're going to jail for life. You made your decision. Some of these decisions with guns, you don't get a second chance, man. You get 1 shot. Literally. Although he took 3 shots. But yeah, but because of this numbnuts, this bastion of commerce right here, where this social construct of America is in danger because people are afraid to come to it. Come to the fucking malls now. Even though they shouldn't be. I mean, guys, I might be naive here, but if it's 2 strangers, or not strangers, friends. Have I been saying strangers the whole time? It's 2 friends who know each other and kill each other in a mall, then, you know, why should anybody else be worried? Why should you be worried? It's not like they're targeting anybody. It's just, that cop wants so bad to come over here and fuck with me. He's down on the bottom. He's one of these walking, talking thumb Leos. You see him down there? Look at him. I'm gonna get him. Let's fuck with him a little bit. Yeah, look everybody, the talking thumb. You know the type I'm talking about. It's a type. Peaked in high school. Need to feel like they have some power and authority over other people. Those kind of people. The talking thumbs. You know, the ones that many Americans, for whatever reason, think that they're just wonderful people. A lot of them are. A lot of them aren't. Ooh, what's this? The heck? What? Look at this one. I do not know I don't know what to think about that. Build Back Better. All right, I'm going to sit down and read some of y'all's comments. I always love reading y'all's comments, especially when I've been going off, because I know that that it's going to have 18,000 trolls calling me gay. You know, saying that I got dick in my mouth. Just the usual stuff. It's okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn it around. No, I'm gonna leave it forward. You don't look at me. All right, I'm gonna read some of these comments. I'm not gonna go all the way back, but I'm gonna start right about here. None of that matters. None of this matters anyway. America has been in decline since the 90s, and it's never going to get better. That sounds like defeatist talk from either a Russian troll or shit. I don't know. Somebody that's not very American. Come on, man. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Mr. Good Citizen. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to say anything negative towards you, especially if you're a sub. But I don't like that. I think that's a defeatist attitude. I think we can turn it around. I really do. I think we can. But your opinion's valid too. There's evil on both sides. Absolutely. Yeah. I have no real Oakleys. I have real Oakleys. That's the difference between you and me. Okay, I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. But I have Oakleys too, buddy. You're not special because you have Oakleys, and you're trying to call me poor. You fuckers really need to examine your lives, man. That this is where you get your thrills, coming in and talking to just a random stranger and trolling him for fucking no reason because he's doing moral things. Wow, what a slime ball. What a slime ball. Who are you? T2, what a douchebag, dude. What a douchebag thing to say. Now, the Oakleys, actually, what I was saying, if you would let me finish my fucking story, I never had a chance to finish it. I call them Okies because, hey, get that loud-ass card out of here, man. I call them Okies because this bitch in here called the security on me. I know she did. She's been watching me over here recording. I got one person in the fucking mall, and because I have a phone out, look, they got one person in the mall, and because I have a phone out, they're going to come up and run off their only customer. Their only customer in the mall because I'm carrying a phone around with me. Make it make sense, man. Use some common sense out there. What I was going to say about the Oakleys, if you would have let me finish instead of just assuming that I can't afford Oakleys, let me tell you something, son. I'll go in there right now and buy those fucking Oakleys. So don't come at me with that bullshit. All right? The story was, years ago when I was younger. All right, anybody still here? Sorry, guys. I went through a dead zone right there. I think that I couldn't stream because I was in the middle of a dead zone. But I'm going to show y'all the mall. The mall's beautiful, man. It is a shame that this is happening in our country, that these malls are going away. It makes, I get it with online shopping and everything, but eventually that has to stop and people have to want to go actually visit a mall. Malls are fun, man. Malls are a good time. Malls are part of I was watching Stranger Things, man. Malls are a very important part of our history, our past, and we need to continue them. Buckle A. Here comes a douchebag. Let's see what he said. Oh, here's some more. Look, it's a good thing they're doing this. I'll show you when they walk past because they see me recording. This is where your tax dollars are going, right here. Okay? Let's show it. Look, hold on. There's your tax dollar at work right there, guys. Yeah, we got the shot we needed. Dead mall, bunch of fucking, there you go, guys. Dead mall, you saw it here, dead mall. There's at least 15 National Guards walking around. Why, I have no idea. Make it make sense, please. I just can't, man. I can't make it fucking make sense. They're walking around in a damn dead-ass mall. These National Guards walking around in a dead mall. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, what are they protecting? There's nothing here to protect. Fucking idiots, man. Those guys got on board. It must be nice to get paid off the government and walk around the fucking mall. Paid from the government and walk around the fucking mall. You know, this den of sin. Look at it. Guys, I know I don't carry a gun. So I just want you to know, for me to be in this mall today unarmed, I'm taking chances for you guys. I really feel intimidated and scared by all these people. These terrible people who want to hurt me, want to take my money, don't like me because of the way I look. I mean, I hope you appreciate how dangerous this is for libertines coming into a mall and recording. A mall that has to be guarded by 20 National Guards. Got to give me props. Check it out. Look at that suit. Interesting. Look, it's a suit with like. Hey, maybe is that real? Is that a real thing? Holy shit! I've never seen that. Has anybody ever seen that? I'm very confused. It's a half a suit. It's a half. Okay, I got a dad joke coming here. I'm just gonna reach in and ask. Let's see there, ma'am. Can anybody out there tell them the dad joke I was gonna ask them? Or the dad joke I was going to use if they came. Of course, I was clearly going to say, hey, since it's only half a suit jacket, is it half price? Yeah, I know. Here's one of those cutesy Japanese stores. Look at this, with all the little anime, not anime. What do you call that stuff? Not anime. Manga? I don't know. No, it's not manga. What the hell's that stuff called? That style. I don't know. I could take you to the exact spot where this guy got taken out and got murdered. If any of you morbid fuckers want to go find the exact spot where he caught a bullet, no, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to read some more comments here. Turn it around. My favorite store in the world. Looking out from my window into the sea, San Francisco Bay Area. That's awesome, dude. I'd love to be out there. Mall cut off the Wi-Fi. That's probably what happened. I was thinking about that whenever it happened, because these cops have been, they're eyeing me, man. I'm telling you, what the fuck is happening, man? Where's our common sense gone? Where has our common sense gone that people want to come harass me, and they have no customers? Not like I'm going around recording people. If I'm doing something suspicious, here's the thing, man. That's where we need to use our common sense. Okay, if I'm doing something suspicious with this camera, like I'm holding it over a girl's blouse, maybe up a girl's skirt, maybe hiding out in a dressing room or something like that, then you can talk to me about my phone and record it. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't like it, have the phone manufacturers take the cameras off the phones, because I don't know what to tell you. If you're scared of that, you're only going to get more scared, because more people are going to have phones. Common sense, guys. You the South, all F. go to New York or bottom malls, they treat you way better. I'm in the South. The malls up there treat you better. I'm concerned about our malls. I really want our malls to survive. I think they're a very important part of, like I said, you've been listening to me for the last 20 minutes. Okay, somebody said something else about Oakley's, and I never got to finish my story. So, when I was about, 22, 23, somewhere in there, I went to the fair. I went to the fair one day, and I was very naive. And I didn't think that they were real Oakleys. I just needed some shades. at the time. So, and they were like $15. So I was like, oh, cool. I'll get these. They're kind of cool. I think I knew they weren't real. Okay. But then I'm walking around with the Oakleys on, and some guy from another area of the fair noticed them and says, "I like your glasses, man." And I was like, "Cool." He was like, "Are they Oakleys or Oakies?" Oakies. And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about, Oakies?" And he goes, "Look at your glasses. Look at the name on the actual bridge of the nose, and it may say Okie instead of Oakley." And I looked, and sure enough, it said Okie. It didn't say Oakley. And I got a good laugh out of that. I thought that was funny as hell. The fact that they think, and there are a lot of people out there that are gullible. So why am I just assuming that everybody's not gullible? A lot of people aren't gullible. There's a lot of gullible people in this world. It's a reason for churches. That's a reason for televangelists. That's the reason for all that stuff. Con men. It's the reason. They're there for a reason. They take advantage of gullible people. Don't be one of those gullible people. All right, here we go. Oakleys are cheap and definitely not a status symbol. Never said they were. And maybe you were talking to them too. So I don't know. But I'm not trying to be a smart ass. No more free Wi-Fi. First off, Mr. No More Free Wi-Fi. Let me explain something to you. I don't even have my Wi-Fi turned on. Okay? Some people hustle to be seen, others hustle to never be seen again. Some people hustle to be seen, others hustle to never be seen again. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the hell that means. It's a very strange message. So I'll just roll past it. I only wear Ray-Bans. I don't get why our host keeps pushing Oakleys unless he's a sponsor. I'm not pushing Oakley, dude. Guy told me I couldn't afford Oakleys because I went in and was looking at the Oakleys and talked about them, and talked about how one time I had a pair of Oakies instead of Oakleys. And he started talking shit. You can't afford Oakleys. And I said I could go in there and buy Oakleys right now. Did I say I wanted to go in there and buy Oakleys? No. So I'm not going to go in there and buy Oakleys. It's good to see that there's still some families out here. I'm not going to show them, but there's still some families walking around in the mall. But you guys get what I'm saying about how the fact that a stranger or a friend shot another guy, they knew each other, and for some reason people don't want to think about that. They just automatically, oh, it's unsafe. Well, you might as well not even walk out of your house, okay? Because there's guns everywhere. If you're going to live in fear, don't take away other people's shit because you're afraid to go there, okay? Come on out. Come on out. Meet and talk to people. When in public, you have zero expectations of privacy. Everyone get it through your head. Well, that's true. However, I am in a private business. They could come over and tell me to leave. Or ask me to stop filming, which I'm surprised they haven't done yet. So you wonder that folks are fearful of being exposed when some other asshole wants to film them? When in public, you have zero expectation of privacy. Everyone get it through your head. That being true, is it any wonder that folks are fearful of being exposed when some other asshole wants to film them? Dude, okay, that's a self-importance kind of thing. Okay? When you use that excuse, Oh man, you might be filming somebody that's wanted. Okay, so what? If they're in the background or something and they get filmed at a casino or wherever, why are we so fucking self-important that you think that my little YouTube documentary is going to get you in trouble because you didn't pay your traffic ticket or whatever? Maybe you got a warrant. That's not a reason to tell me not to record either. And it's not a reason to be violent with people who are recording. I have no control over what you've done in your life, okay? Just because you've done things in your life does not mean you get to have a blackout area around you when you go out into public. Like, oh, nobody film me. Nobody is allowed to film me because I'm a terrible person. Come on, guys. Stop that shit. The 80s and 90s were better times. Agreed. I don't care if I'm recorded ever. Doesn't bother me. Amen. Go up to that camera and say, "Hi, Mom." That's all you got to do. I'm not sure if it was because I was young, but they seemed like better times. I think about that all the time, man. I think about that. I'm like, do we romanticize the past? Do we look back on it and think that we just cherry pick the good things and forget about all the bad things that were going on? I think about that too. So the fact that you think about that, who are you? I can't read your name, but the fact that you're not sure if it was because you were young, but they seem like better times, it's a very good comment. I think a lot of people go through that. Thinking people. Other people just, we got to get back to the way it was, back to the 50s. What about the black people? You think they want to go back to the 50s? I mean, I get kind of what you're saying. There are certain things about each generation that are that we want to go back to, that we would like to revisit because we've lost our way in this world. I totally get it. And that's why I'm here today. I want to save these malls. I want to get into people's heads that it's a fear problem. It's all right here. It's all a fear problem. It really is, people. That's why we've lost our way. When we get back to that place where malls were a social event, guys. Friday and Saturday night, me and my boys, man, we were hitting up the mall. There's an arcade. The girls would follow you around the mall, or you'd follow girls around the mall. Okay, creepers, motherfuckers, go ahead and use the creeper. I teed that one up. But you know what I'm saying. At 14, 15, when you were, raging with hormones or whatever, you would come up to a mall, and in a mall, man, that's where the women were at. That's where the women were at. And if you look cool, or if you were a cool dude, you could, it's a good weekend. It's a good weekend. But anyway, it taught us to socialize, just like skating rinks. Anybody ever watch, you've been watching Stranger Things? I watch Stranger Things to get recalled up. And you heard me talk up there in Hot Topic to them about how great a show that is. That's one of the reasons that show's so great. It gives us that nostalgia. We look at it and we long for that. Let's think about it, okay? Skating rink, pizza place, what was the other one? Mall. Wasn't there like a cookie place in the mall or something? Anyway, when I was watching that all I could think about was in the background. I was looking in the background going, man, that looks exactly like the food court I used to hang out in. And I loved it. I mean, God, and you long for that. It's a more innocent time, I think. I think it was a more innocent time. So, no, the time was that good. There were a lot of problems. There weren't, there were a lot of poor in America. There were a lot of things going on that, a lot of drug problems and stuff going on in the 80s. But there were a lot of cool, really, really cool things. We trusted each other. And we socialized. A mall was not just a place to shop. It was the place to hang. That's why I love Stranger Things so much, and that's why people, that longing for that nostalgia, it's a real thing. It's there for a reason. A lot of us in this country right now feel completely lost. But we're going to get back, man. I want to be a positive person, and God, I want to believe. I want to believe in America. I want to believe in Americans. Some days I do more than others. But I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. Are we lost? Or is it hopeless right now? Tell liver cheese. I brought myself down with that thing about the nostalgia. It brought me down. In the late 80s, early 90s, I picked up chicks. Those days are long over, my friend. Yeah, they are, because I'm my age and you're your age. But I don't think it's, we need to, our kids need to have that experience. And they don't. Their experience is sitting in a room, typing on the net, typing in a chat room. That's not how you socialize. You see how you guys act towards me in here. There's a lot of decent people who give me compliments and say good things, but just take a look at the chat. Just scroll down through there and look at all the negative things from people who don't even know me. That's not right. That's wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself for doing that. I think you're a better person than that, and I think you should reevaluate, because you don't have to be doing that. You know what I mean? You can be doing good things. Just had 2 cops walk by. None of them said anything. All right, we're going to continue. Just going to walk around. All right, guys, I read a couple of comments, and now I want to walk around. Turn this around. Try to give you a little nostalgia, little taste of what a mall, real mall looks like. You need to take all these in, because they could be gone. They could be gone soon. I don't want them to. I really want these things to survive, but who knows? Do you have a question, man?
I was looking at your head. I thought it said Nash Guitars.
Thought it said what?
I thought it said Nash Guitars.
Oh, no. Is that a guitar? Nash Guitars?
Yeah, they make
okay.
awesome guitars.
Nashville, Tennessee. You a guitar player? Say hello to my viewers.
All right.
We're doing random stranger interactions to try to teach people not to be scared of each other.
Oh, yeah.
And you, when I saw you looking, I was like, this is my chance to talk to this guy. Have a good one, boss. Okay, it's that simple. I honestly thought that guy was getting ready to say something about me filming. So if you heard my response to him, old liver cheese was ready to roll. I was ready to go. I had it loaded up. That attitude was loaded up, ready to go. What are you doing? What does it fucking look like I'm doing, jackass? I'm filming. I need something over here. Is the strawberry spritz pretty good? What is it exactly?
Strawberry lemonade with Sprite.
Strawberry and lemonade with Sprite. Okay. You're right. Frozen lemonades. I really need something to drink. I got something in the car. What the hell am I doing? Guys, I just looked at those pretzel prices. Holy shit. What the hell's going on? These pretzels are $7, dude. $7 pretzels. So we're not in a theme park. We're in a mall. We have all lost our goddamn minds in this country, man. With that, what we're trying to charge people. I'm amazed every day. I'm amazed more every day with how greed, how people just changes people. When did pretzels become $7 in the mall? What the fuck, dude? Okay, here we come. Look, now they're hanging out outside. They're getting some fresh air. It's a good thing they're getting some fresh air. You know, they need to get fresh air, these National Guards. You got to water them every now and then. You know, you got to take them out for walks and potty breaks. Walks and potty breaks and things like that. So it's good that they get air. Okay. All right. Holding up the sidewalk. holding up the sidewalk. That didn't even make sense. Here they are. Check them out. Hey! Hey! Keep up the great work protecting us from the mall people. All right. Got to give a little jab, guys. Not their fault. I don't know. Sometimes I want to talk to Memphis police. That's what I need to do, talk to them and tell them. I've done it before. I talked to a Memphis cop when the National Guard came in. And I said, how does it feel? How does it feel to know that, that your government doesn't think that you can do your job? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, they're sending in the National Guard. I mean, they clearly they're saying you can't do your job. That we have an out of control crime problem in the city of Memphis. Just so fucking funny. The whole thing, when you really break it down and take a step back, and if you're able to look at it from the outside, is ludicrous. Completely fucking insane that this is happening right now. I don't know. Let me ask y'all an honest question. We've gotten some good stuff on camera when we walked in there. Do you feel like, you just walked through that mall with me, do you feel like that mall needs 15 National Guards walking around escorted by MPD? Do you really think that? I mean, it's just, God damn, we got to stop being scared of each other, guys. We got to stop this shit. It's embarrassing. We'll never get out of this hole we're in until we start trusting others. And sending the National Guard into a black city because of a crime problem that you think they have, that they don't have, yeah, it says a lot about you as a person. That's what it says. It says a lot about you as a person. Figure it out on your own, man. I'm not gonna, y'all whine and bitch and complain because I call somebody a racist. I'm not a racist. No, you're a fucking racist, okay? If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. Unless you can prove to me otherwise, I'm gonna call you a racist. Don't be a racist. Don't do racist shit. Be a good person. All right, I'm preaching, goddammit. I didn't want to do that. All right. I love you guys. Yesterday, I got a whole bunch of new subs, man. Thank you. I did want to mention something real quick. If you guys, the 17 that are in here, if you're my regular audience, I did want to mention that you saw me a couple days. Yesterday, I went downtown. I don't know. I had a lot of viewers yesterday on that live stream. Like a whole lot. And I really pissed some people off yesterday with my kindness. You know, kindness is one of those things that when someone sees someone giving it to someone else and they're pieces of shit themselves, they get upset about that. They don't like to see people giving other people kindness. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my damn feed, or the comments yesterday were so fucking nasty. And they were nasty whenever I was interacting with black people. Like, he saw me, I would go down and I sat down with the fucking guy, with the Santa guy, and I threw my arm around him and like he was an old buddy. And he didn't even skip a beat, man. That guy was not intimidated by that at all. If you didn't see that yesterday, please go back and watch that. I want you to watch the way their reaction is, okay? I talk about my reaction and how I try to be kind to everybody. But I want you to go back and watch the people's reaction that I talk to. That will tell you more than anything. That guy was cool as hell, man. He was talking, yeah, I'm not going to rehash it all, but I would just, they didn't miss a beat. If you sit down next to somebody or walk up to somebody, hey, what's up? And they don't even question who you are. They just say, what's up? That's probably a good person. Because you don't, you know what I mean? If I don't know somebody and they come up to me and say hello, naturally you want to question, where's this going? What do they want from me? I don't do that anymore. I try not to do that. I'm not perfect at it, but I try not to do that, and I think it's improved me as a person immensely. I want to talk to people, and I love talking to people because it's entertaining as hell. There's always something interesting that's going to happen. We're so focused on punching and shooting, and we want to see action. We want to see fights. We want to see this and that. I'm here to tell you, man, sometimes just normal interactions with people are way better than that, because you'll just find out shit about people you had no idea. And it's pretty amazing. I love it. The National Guard are heading back in right now. I'd show them, but while I'm sitting here, I'm pretty far away from where they were, maybe 50 yards. But while I was sitting here, they're looking at me constantly. And I'm wondering, are they going to come over? Are they going to come over? And they're not. They decided it's better not to come over, because they knew. See, I'm going to give them credit. They used common sense there. They knew I was no threat, that I'm just out here simply voicing my opinion, as any American should and could and should. You should do that. That's the greatest part about this country, being able to say what you fucking hate about it and what you love about it. Best part of the country. But they went back inside, so good for them. I'm not going to go back in and say anything smart ass to them. I don't think I was too bad. I just mentioned the elephant in the room. Go protect people from those mall people. I mean, that was not a stranger that came in and shot this other guy. If it was a stranger that came in and shot this other guy and robbed him, then you have an argument, okay? Then you can say, you know what? Yeah, this mall could be dangerous. They need to re-up their security and do those things. But when a friend shoots another friend, what does that have to do with the mall? Happens every day all over the fucking country. But we don't say, I don't say, oh man, this Circle K, look, something happened out here. Two people who knew each other, one of them blew the other guy's head off. But sorry, I can't ever come back here again. I feel too unsafe. That's what you're saying. How ridiculous is that? Right? It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating having your eyes open and wanting other people to open their eyes, and you can't pry them open. It's really hard to change someone's background, to change someone's values, because you grew up thinking that, well, that's the way it's always been. My family does it that way. We've always done it that way. That's the way I'm going to do it. It just needs to stop, guys. Let your kids be your kids. If they grow up different than you, gently push them along their way. Tell them you love them and support them, and sleep at night knowing that you're not a complete asshole, okay? If you disagree with what happened to your kids or whatever, if they wind up turning gay or having pink or purple hair, you'll be okay. I promise. You'll live, because that's the same person. That's your kid, man. That's your kid. Just because your kid likes likes sausage more than he likes just because your kid likes sausage more than he likes tacos, dude, drop it. That's what he wants to do. Okay, that's the way he was born. If you want to disown him and ruin the rest of your life, imagine disowning a child because they turned out to be gay. Oh my God, what an existence. What an existence. Imagine having to wake up every day with that on your mind, that you did that. That you disowned your kid because they like sausages more than tacos. I don't know, man. Jesus. All right, I'm going to read some of the comments. We got a ton of them. All right. Muslim fed me soup at the mosque, and I really appreciated it. They were nice, and I smelled like wonderful fragrant oils. Thank them for their kindness. Real Cowboy, I got a story about that, man. It is so weird how I'll roll down and I'll hit a comment and it'll fucking nail something that's on my mind. It's pretty cool. I did a church audit. It was one of my last audits I did, and you guys saw it where I was at in front of Bellevue Baptist Church, where I had a sign that said "You killed Big Bird" or something. I don't know, just something just to get a conversation started. And that guy came out, man. He wanted to kill me. Guy could barely talk. Probably had two IQ points between him and his wife, and they were probably sharing both of them. I don't know. The guy was definitely a mouth breather. He was probably an incest survivor. I have no idea. He had some mental issues. He jumps out to the stranger on the corner and starts, "We killed Big Bird and we'll do it again. And I'm gonna do this and that." And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you, man? If you have a mental problems, get in your fucking car, drive away. Jumping out like that, man, that'll get you capped. The fuck are you doing? But anyway, god damn, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so that wasn't a good experience. And I didn't show the security guards in that. I want to tell you a story. I didn't show the security guards in that. I showed them, but I didn't show all their interaction. It's the one time in my auditing that I've kind of taken something out where I stepped over the line a little bit. I did accuse one of those guards of coming out and messing with me because I had a sign, even though I was off their property. And he wasn't doing that. He was coming out to direct traffic. And we had some back and forth, and it blew up out of control. And after, I mean, nothing physical or anything like that, but just a lot of things that shouldn't have been said. And then afterwards, I decided I'm taking these guys out of the video because they actually weren't assholes. They were just doing their job. I actually misread them. So here you go, liver cheese fucking up, okay? I'll be the first to tell you. And I actually put something on there about they were very professional and didn't mess with me because I screwed up. All right. But the other things, I had people coming out, "I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you." I mean, it's not a great of an experience. And I left, and as I was walking back to my car, I had to walk a long way to get to that church. It was like 2 mile hike. Not 2 mile hike, maybe 1.5 miles, something like that. It was a long way. And as I was going back, I noticed across the street there was a mosque, or the Sikh religion. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to film right in front of them too, because I don't want people thinking that I'm targeting evangelicals or Christianity. So I went over and I did my usual thing and sat out in front of that Sikh church or temple, and nobody really said anything to me. And then finally a guy came out and he starts talking to me, and I think the video's up. But it was a fantastic experience. Guy was amazing. He asked about my sign. I told him what it was, and he was like, and I told him if your religion leads you on the right path and you're a moral person, then I wish you the best with that. And he invited me and my wife to come to a service. And then he went and got me a head covering. They got me water. I was hot as hell. They went and got me water. Said, take the water, gave me a bottle of water, and then he went and got me a scarf head covering, which smelled amazing. That's what brought that up, because you talked about the way it smelled. I'll never forget the way that head scarf smells. I told him I would take it, I would cherish it, even though I'm not an organized religion person. I knew the gift was from the heart, and I would take it and enjoy it. So thank you for that story, because I have a story that's very similar. Said hi. You're my 5th best friend in the world now. The Real Cowboy Dan. Thanks, man. What's up, bro? Have a good day. Go get a crib at McDonald's, okay? Go get a crib at McDonald's. Positivity, brother. Thank you, man. Hi, may I ask those glasses, same as the man named Mr. Presley wear? Yeah, they're Elvis glasses. Dad? Jeff. Who's Jeffrey said dad? Thanks, man. I'm not your dad. I don't think I have any little bastards running around out there. Hey, your dad grows long hair and has a beard starts wearing Elvis Presley sunglasses from the 70s. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about me, man. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you thinking that, I don't know, you think that because of my fucking style that something's wrong with me mentally. I mean, it's what I want to do. If you don't like it, walk the hell away. I'm not here to impress you. Who are you? Bill J? Yeah, I'm not here to impress you, Bill J. I'll alleviate your worries, okay? I don't have kids. I have 4 dogs. I can't say I don't have kids, though, because all my life I've mentored kids. I've coached them. I've helped them out in life, given them life decisions, or given them advice about life decisions. So I don't consider that I've never had kids. I think that I've had hundreds of kids. I take any advantage, any situation where I have a chance to give some knowledge to somebody who might be struggling or a little bit lost. I'm going to take that chance because I like helping people. All right, here we go. Do you know who Klaus Schwab is? Is that the owner of Schwab's in downtown Memphis? I have no idea. Ukraine would win. What does that mean? Wash your greasy hair. Just got out of the shower, bitch. See that? Just got out. Had somebody yesterday say the same fucking thing. Go wash your greasy hair. This hair is clean as clean can be. It's just gray. It's gray. It looks dusty. I can't help that. How about Mark Schwartz, Mr. fucking Leo? You go fuck yourself. How about that? Bye. Bye, pig. Bye, pig. Because you're a pig. You're a cop. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, cop. Shoo, pig. Shoo, pig. Definitely a cop. Anybody comes in and talks about my looks, always a fucking cop. Or a bootlicker. Shall we go over what a bootlicker is again? Because there's a lot of you motherfuckers that bootlick. Never question authority. Always accept that the people above you are smarter than you and they know what they're talking about. They're going to take care of you. They're going to, they're not going to let anything bad happen to you. They're not going to fucking take all your money behind your back while you focus on Mexicans and black people. No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to take your kid at a church into the back and bounce them up and down on their cocks. They're not going to do that, right? You trust them. I mean, you could go back and look at the history of sexual abuse in churches, and maybe that would steer you away from them, and you could realize, hey man, my relationship with God has nothing to do with these 4 walls, with these fake ass sinners in here. I don't know, just a little advice. You can, a little food for thought. We all have private relationships with our God, whoever that may be. It could be Beelzebub. It could be Allah. It could be Jesus, God. It could be whoever. It could be a dog somewhere. It could be anything. If they help you become a moral person and not to hurt others, hey, worship away. But you don't ever force it on others. That's what we're trying to do in this country. Look at these guys. That's what we're trying to do in the... What's up, guys? Hey, y'all want to go on my live feed? No? Okay. That was a weird question to ask somebody that's walking by, sitting in the car just randomly. I'm just sitting in here. These 2 guys are walking by. They were younger. I thought they were cool. I was like, hey, come on over and say hello. And they're like, oh, no, that's cool, man. That was kind of creepy. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to creep y'all out. That was a little sus. Even I could admit that. It was a little sus. We got to to make fun of ourselves when we do things like that. I do stupid shit all the time, man. All the time. Learning every day about the stupid shit. Or from the stupid shit that I've done in my past. I don't know, but guys, you can help me out here, okay? All you got to do, if you're a sub, man, I really want you guys to reach out to other people and kind of give them, if you think that my spiel on this, where we're at as a country, you agree with, then share it. Share it. Let's make more people aware that that fear, we gotta, eventually we gotta stop fearing. We have to. You don't go through life in fear. Fear fucking sucks. Fear keeps you from achieving your dreams. Fear keeps you from meeting that beautiful girl and potentially getting married. Fear can cause that. It can keep you from it can make you choose paths in life that you wouldn't have normally fucking taken. So it's very important that we stop fearing other people. All right? An example. Yesterday, you saw the way I talked to people. I mean, we would get to talking, and I don't know, yesterday was special. It was very special. There was a vibe down there, man. People were feeling it. There was a lot of love down there. And Memphians love our city. We love, if there's anything about us, you can say anything negative you want about us. You can talk about our basketball teams. You can talk about our crime. You can talk about whatever you want to. About how we're not good enough. We'll never be a big major league city. You can talk about that all you want to. I don't care, because one thing you can't say about Memphians is that we don't love our city. We fucking love our city. We will defend our city. And I found out yesterday, and as I go around talking to people, that my passion for Memphis carries on through other people also. It's not just me. There's a lot of people, especially African American people downtown who want to create something beautiful in this city. They're trying and trying and trying. The solution to the problem is not to lock more people up. Mr. Brent Taylor, message to you. Solutions not to lock more people up. Solutions to spend money on schools, particularly lower income or minority schools. In Memphis, that's what it would be. Yeah, spend money on schools, pay our teachers, and quit this mental thing that we have in this country where we always just lock them up, throw away the key, build more prisons, lock them up, throw away the key. People get madder and madder that people have due process. Oh, they don't deserve that. They need to be... This Brent Taylor cocksucker, man, here in Memphis, this guy, he's talking about, they're reducing bail. They're reducing bail because of overcrowding. Yes, that's what you would do if you have overcrowding in your jail. There's not a fantasy world where you can stack them up, the bodies up like on a slave ship, or I don't know what don't you fucking understand? The secret is not building more jails and having more police. You got to change the system, and it starts with education. But in order to change the system, you have to admit and be willing to admit that the system is corrupt and the system is racist. The system's always been corrupt and set up against the little people and set up to help millionaires and billionaires. And us little peons don't give a fuck about. They would give a fuck about us if we ever got together. If we ever got together and told these millionaires and billionaires and our government no more, shit would stop overnight. Why is that? Because they know we could come and take that shit back anytime we want to. We got the numbers. So when you continue and continue and continue to drill people left and right with your greed, eventually you're going to get some pissed off people with the pitchforks. I can't talk today. With the pitchforks and the torches. If the rich won't allow the poor to be fed, eat the rich. That's it. Not enough pie for everybody. They're taking 85% of that pie. We're fighting over the 15% left. And we're fighting each other over it. Stop. Enlighten yourself. That's all. Love you guys. I'm gonna shut this off real quick, and I'm gonna shoot a real quick video talking about to hopefully try to. God, man, it's just. Oh, and by the way, Brent Taylor, look, him, and there's another blonde girl. She's going around the city. I can't remember her name, but yeah, she's doing the same thing. Whenever she sees a National Guard, she's got to go up and get a picture with them. Oh, look at this. Oh, let me buy you some food. Oh, you've got great people. Let me get a picture. Oh, they're helping us so much. Yeah, she's on there, and whenever I fucking confront her about it or try to give her an alternate view, what does she do? She blocks me. And Brent Taylor, he blocked me, the little beady-eyed fucking worm. He blocked me too. Why? Because I don't feel that way. These guys aren't heroes to me. They're fucking dudes who came in to do a job that's not a job. It's a visual thing. That's all it is. It's a dog and pony show. If you've ever heard that term. I like your shirt, man.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Hey, that's valuable right there. It is, man. Yeah, valuable advice. Hell yeah. Sorry. Guy was just walking by. He's got a shirt on that I used to have when I was in high school. And I ran, and in college, they had a shirt. It was a Nike shirt. I wish I could find it, man. Sorry. Hang on. I wish I could find it because it says there is no finish line. That's all it says. There is no finish line. And I told him, man, that's a powerful message right there that people need to hear. Is it not? There is no finish line, people. You're always going to be learning and working, improving yourself. Yeah, but he laughed. He's like, "What, the shirt?" And he came over and he was like, I don't know. It was a good little interaction. Like the guy. Nice guy. All right. Trying to get over here, and then I'm going to get into a different position and show you guys some different camera angles of what happened the other day and where it happened. Man, I'm going to tell you, today might be the prettiest day of the year in the city of Memphis. It is literally, it's like 70 degrees. Nice little breeze going. Sunny, beautiful. And it's supposed to get cold this week or next week. And this is where it all went down, right over here in front. You saw me, I arrived here at the Macy's. Still got 5 hangers on. Appreciate you guys. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer, man. 15 now. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you guys all day. I just want to come on here and let you guys know that I love you very much. And I do want to share one thing with you. One thing with you real quick. Let me get pulled over here. I had an idea last night. I talked to my wife about it. And she agreed. She thought it was a good idea. Sometimes I'll go to her and ask about certain ideas, about what I want to do with the channel or what I'm talking about. Should I be talking about something else? Should I change the way I say certain things? Never been an issue with me. If I say it, if it's in my head and it needs to be said, it's going to be said. It might not be said the way you want to hear it or correctly to a lot of people, but it's correct to liver cheese. So that's all I really give a shit about. Okay. If it's correct to me. So we got 11 people in here. Guys, if you're subs, I want to tell you something, okay? I was thinking last night about the holidays coming up and how on the holidays, you know, we get a lot of, holidays are stressful for a lot of people. They're not stressful for liver cheese because for me, you can have Christmas. I'm going to get things for my wife. She wants a camera. I'm going to get her a decent camera. If anybody's got a decent camera out there you want to shoot me a good price at, reach out to me. Hopefully, preferably local, okay? Because I trust people, but when it comes to money, we got to be careful. Yeah, but we're not, you know, Christmas is kind of one of those things that we don't have kids, we have dogs. We'll do our thing where we wrap presents up for our dogs and watch them hilariously tear the wrappers apart. God, that's my favorite part of Christmas. Watching the dogs open, because our dogs know how to open their presents. Some do, some don't. The ones we've had, we've taught how to open presents. So they'll open the presents, and that's what I enjoy. And generally, me and my wife, what we'll do, we always go for the last 5 years. Our Christmas celebration is we celebrate with our family that's here, but we always make that our day. We go see a movie on Christmas. It's just our routine. Okay, you can say it's stupid, or it doesn't really affect me in any way what you think of our. But I'd like to know if you guys have different non-traditional ways to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving. But okay, long story short, what I want to do with the channel is, and we're going to set it up well in advance on Thanksgiving and also on Christmas. I want to come on here and do a live feed with you guys, and because I want to talk to y'all. Christmas is tough for a lot of people. They've lost family members. They might not have, you know, you might not have anybody. You got liver cheese, okay? It's not much. It's not much, but I'm going to set up some a time where we can sit and I can actually talk to you and learn a little bit about you, and we're not going to let you be alone on Christmas and Thanksgiving. We're going to have camaraderie. We're going to joke. I might even take a gummy, you know, do some stupid shit. But you're important to me. My viewers, you're very important. And if I can give you anything that will help you in any way, I want to do that. So if I could just be an ear to listen to something you want to say on a very difficult day, or we can just talk about the things you want to celebrate on Thanksgiving, things you are thankful for. Regardless, I want to talk to you, okay? I want to talk to you guys, and especially if you're struggling mentally, if you're depressed, if you feel like you can't get up out of bed on those days, at least you'll have a time to know I can go to this chat room and, you know, for an hour or two, we're going to talk and we're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk about real things. But I want to be that for you. So you're not going to be alone on Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm going to call it Christmas with liver cheese or Thanksgiving with liver cheese. I know, very original. But, yeah, we can talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't want anybody to feel that way around the holidays. The holidays shouldn't make you feel that way. We put too much pressure on ourselves around Christmas to do, you know, to go above and beyond monetarily. And just, I can't get into that anymore. I love the idea of it. I think it's a great holiday because you get to tell others that you love them. But I don't love the idea that how much you care about somebody is defined in a gift. I know a lot of you out there aren't like that. You're not, especially my viewers, a lot of you guys are You don't look at gifts like that. So they're not that important to you. But don't freaking blow. Don't go into debt for Christmas. Don't do that, dude. To do what we do, go see a movie or something. You know, everybody. If you have kids, I would tell my kids one big toy. That's what I would say. But I don't have kids. You can say, oh, that's easy for you to say because you don't have them. They can't. And I'll agree with you there. I'll give you that. But that's probably what I would do. Yeah, we can't let Christmas do this for us. So look forward to that, man. We're going to do that. And by that time, hopefully, the channel's grown big. Yesterday was a huge day for us. I don't know particularly why we had such a bump yesterday, but I hope that it's because you guys see that I'm not full of shit, that I'm a real person. You can call me ugly. You can call me nasty. You can call me anything you want. But you're not going to call me a bad person because I'm not a bad person. All right. Love you guys. Anything else? Let me get down to the bottom here. I haven't been reading y'all's comments at all. No Christmas. No Christmas. Hey, Lambo does like bullshit. LO. They China. LO. I don't. Wait. Hey, Lambo does like bullshit. Bulls. LO. Hey, China. LO. I don't know what you're. Christian Bridges. That one kind of went above me. Hats off to you. Thank you, man. Who are you, Justin? You're a cool cat. Justin, I think you're 10 times cooler than I am, bro. I'm going to click your profile pic. I guarantee you're a cool motherfucker. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I want a 64 pack of crayons. I only have a small box. Alpha. I love it. I absolutely love it. I should have brought that up. That if you, if you're going to give some gifts, why not just throw a creative gift in there? Something that somebody can create something with. Or you create something and give it to them. I've done that in the past when I was broke. And they're always like, oh, that's my best gift I've ever gotten. If you really feel that way, I'm happy. But you don't have to, you don't have to placate me like that. It's okay. I like cheeseburgers, but yeah, if you give somebody something that they can create, because we don't do much of that anymore in this country, and we've got some very creative people in this country, and we need to utilize it by teaching them early. Paint, draw, write, play. Got to do all that stuff. Stop cutting arts and music in schools, because if you do shit like that, we're not going to have movies to see. We're not going to have stories to hear. We're not going to have any of that. We're not going to have any new art. We're not going to... I mean, think about it, man. We always want to go and cut in areas that at least need to be cut. But in areas that need to be cut, oh, we can't look at that. No, we can't look at the military budget. No, how dare you suggest that we look at the military budget? Does anybody remember in the 90s when we found out the military was paying fucking $300 for hammers and nails and shit like that? Yeah, we do need to look at the military budget, because I guarantee you there's 10 times more fraud going on in the military than there are in food pantry lines, okay? So give me that shit. Don't give me that shit about we gotta correct all the fraud, and you're full of shit, dude. You only want to correct fraud and stuff like that because it's a minority, because they're getting something you don't get. That's the only reason you fucking do that. Period. Stop it. Stop it, goddammit. It's stupid. Quit worrying about what other people have. Worry about your own shit. Worry about your own soul. Because if you keep acting the way you're acting and you believe in a God, you're going to be burning in hell, motherfucker. Call it like I see it, man. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Do good. Do right. Take care of humans. All right. How long did it take you to grow hair out, brother? I've been trying. Man, look, this hair, It's just, I don't know, a year maybe? No, maybe a little more than, maybe a couple years. I don't know, man. It's been so long since I've gotten it cut. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't get it cut. I don't give a fuck, man. Just don't give a fuck. I was in the doctor getting my I got a surgery done not long ago. No, it was long ago. It was a couple years ago. But I was in there. The surgeon, he came in, and I'm getting ready to go under, man. And I know they're gonna, it can't be here because they're gonna have to put a thing on my face. And I asked the doctor, and he's like, sorry, I'm looking at something. Could be something crazy going on. No, but the doctor, he was like, are you, do you want to shave that? And I'm like, no, I don't want to shave it. And I don't know, needless to say, he let me go through with the surgery with all this crap on my face. And he was talking about somebody else, a buddy of his, who just didn't give a fuck anymore. You know, he said, God, I just don't care. He just let it grow out, and he don't care what other people think. I mean, I kind of care, man. I mean, my teeth are embarrassing. It's embarrassing a lot of times. I used to be a decent looking guy, man. I'm not going to lie. I was a good looking guy. I think so. I don't think I was like the hottest guy in the world, but I could pull my own. I did okay. I did all right for a guy. But not anymore. You know, now it's about just, you know what it's about. You've been watching me. All right, here we go. Nice. Don't worry about the Newsom and AOC there in the files. To 2 idiots, 1 cup. Look, those I'm completely walked away from news this week and media because look, man, it's easy to figure out what's going to go down. Trump doesn't just, you fall for it. You guys fall for it so easy in the media. Oh, Trump got backed into a corner and finally he has to do it. He's releasing the files. Don't be fucking naive, dude. These files are going to be nothing but black markouts all the way down. So if you're sitting at home getting excited about the Epstein files coming out because you think somebody's going to get caught, don't get excited. Don't get your hopes up. There's no way in fucking hell Trump would ever agree to release these files unless he was completely covered up for. And I guarantee you that's what they've done. So I'm not gonna, oh, are they out yet? Are they out? I'm not gonna do that. You're not gonna drag me over there for that. If you want to do it, that's cool too. But I'm just letting you know to not expect too much, okay? Don't expect too much. It's just, if you're rich and powerful in this country, you can fuck kids. It's what it comes down to. Basically, if you're rich, white, and powerful in this country, you can fuck kids. Sorry, I mean, it's their rules. Until you show me you locking these fat, sick bastards up, until you show me that, I don't trust you. Trump didn't do that. Yup. Trump didn't do what? What didn't he do? What didn't Trump do? Tell me what Trump didn't do. Come on. Come on. Tell me what Trump didn't do. Look, man, I want to talk to y'all and give you this with this Trump thing, okay? You can sit here and defend this guy all you want to. Now you can say Trump didn't diddle children. That's what you just said, Mud Shark. I don't care that he didn't diddle children, okay? All I care about is he knew what was happening and he didn't blow the whistle. That's it. That's enough for me. Sorry that it's not enough for you that somebody knew that there was a child sex traffic ring going on, kids getting raped that Trump knew about and told nobody. And that's okay with you. That's okay with you. You're okay with that. You be you. That's all I'll say. Mud Shark, you be you. I can't square it. I can't square it, buddy. All right. Obama went to the island. I don't give a shit. Why do I care? If it comes out that Obama has raped a kid or has protected kids or people raping kids, then Obama needs to go to fucking jail. The difference between us and you, okay? Our lives don't rotate around one deranged individual. We actually have lives. My personality is not defined by Trump or Biden or Obama or any motherfucking president. Yours is. You're willing to stake your reputation to defend this fucking clown. Why? Why? What has he done for you besides said what's in your... Trump has said what you've always wanted to say. You've always wanted to talk about the black guy over there, call him an N-word. Yep. You've always hated those Mexicans over there because you've been watching Fox News for 20 years and you think they're taking some of your shit. Stop it. Stop it. They're all diddlers. That's why we call it the Jim Jones cult. Roadrunner, your whataboutism is on point. Thank you for that. No, not true. If crimes were committed, then yes, jail time. I want proof too. Okay. What kind of proof do you need? We have victims. We have kids, people who were kids who got fucked. Is that not enough proof for you? A kid comes to you and says, Daddy, that man over there fucked me. What are you going to do? Explain to me what you're talking about. Proof. Proof is, there's already proof. He knew about it and he reported it to nobody. Game over, Donnie. The optics on that, we don't like a lot of things in this country. We don't like commies. We don't like people who try to take our fucking freedoms. We don't like diddlers. Those are the three things that we will not stand for in this country. All right. So now you motherfuckers are starting to, well, maybe, I mean, is it really that bad? I mean, they were 15, they weren't 4, they were 14, they weren't 6. You're fucking gross, dude. What has Trump done for you to make you fucking this mentally fucking handicapped? Please tell me. Goddamn, man. Fucking people, man. I can't cut the hair on the top lip. My teeth are fucked up. Do you want to be looking at fucked up teeth? I know you didn't know that. I'm not angry about it, but that's the reason it's there. I want my actual voice and ideas to be heard. If I open up my mouth and I'm missing fucking teeth, it's kind of hard for people to take me seriously. So that's why I have this. And I know it sounds like I'm being angry towards you, but I'm not. I'm just trying to help you understand. All right? That's all. Love you guys. Somebody pulled up next to me. I wonder what they want. I'm out in a parking lot in the mall, getting ready I'm trying to come up with ideas for my video today. But I started talking to you guys, and now I'm going to talk to you for a bit because I have 22 people in here. Not a ton of people, but you guys are hanging around, and you didn't used to do that. You would come in and pop out. So the fact that I can have you guys hanging out with me is a good thing. What do y'all want to do? Tell me. I got a Barnes & Noble over here. We could go in and look at some books and try to get somebody to fuck with me about recording. We got a JCPenney over here. We can go to that. Got a Cane's chicken tenders right over there. I have no interest in going there. But if you want to, you can go sniff the chicken. Cane's. I don't know what it is about Memphis, guys, but do you guys have the same thing happening in your city? I guess chicken, you can still make profit off chicken, because, man, I'll be damned if we don't have a Cane's, a Raising Cane's, a Zaxby's, we have a Slim Chickens, and we have one more. We have four major chicken restaurants that all basically serve the exact same thing. The only difference is, I mean, the chickens may be a little better at some of the places, but it's all about the sauce. So what's your favorite? Is it Cane's, Zaxby's, Guthrie's? We have one called Guthrie's. Slim Pickens, or Slim Chickens. Out of those, what's your favorite? Let me know. And they're all high dollar, or they're all more expensive. That's how they're able to stay open. But if you really break it down, it's just chicken tenders. Do a hot rail for us. I don't do that, man. Sorry, man. All right, here come. We're going to look at this. Here, the messages held for review. Let's see. They're always my favorite, because the EBD crowd loves them some chicken. Mud Shark. Why? 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 Why would you? Why? What? Do you feel better now? Why? Humans. Do better, humans. Do better. All right, here's another one. MAGA Maggot. Who? I'm lost. All right. Let's see. Jack in the Box. We actually don't have Jack in the Box in Memphis. We used to have it. We only had one, and it's gone. And I actually kind of dug Jack in the Box. I like those nasty ass tacos that you get when you're drunk. That used to be 2 for $1. They're not anymore. But yeah, I got no problems with Jack in the Box. We just don't have it here. Are you happy with what y'all voted for? Who? I didn't vote. Or are you talking to somebody else in here? Country's going to hell. Yeah, you're obviously talking to somebody else. Thank you. Country's going to hell. EBT crowd does like chicken, though. It's cheap. Okay. If you want to help her out with her nasty ass comment, and that's okay. I get that. Chicken's not cheap here. These Raising Cane's, man, you ain't gonna get it out of there without under $10. Gandalf, thanks, man. Love that guy. Mud Shark, your insecurity and overcompensation are showing. It doesn't have to be that way either. I mean, it's so much better to lift other people up instead of drag people down. It's better for you. It's better for the community. You should try it sometime, Mud Shark. Should try it. It feels really good to help someone else. Give it a go. Do better, humans. Absolutely. You're a dog talking to me. The way you spelled it. I get it. Chicken with mayonnaise. I'll go with some chicken with mayonnaise. Trump. 3 exclamation points. Well, I'm glad you're jacking off to Trump. I'm happy for you, man. Damn, the truth hurts your feelers. What? Mud Shark. Why did you think my feelings are hurt because you said something nasty and racial towards someone else? It didn't hurt my feelings. All I'm doing is pointing it out what you did. So in actuality, it hurt your feelings because I pointed out your nasty ass behavior. Consider me your conscience. Okay, Mud Shark? Join this. Mud Shark, please sub this channel. I want to work on you, okay? We have to talk. My feelings did not get hurt. I'm telling you what I saw, what you did. You don't like it because you know it's nasty. You know it didn't need to be said. That's all. All right. They got good barbecue. Who does? Oh, who's got good barbecue? Justin, I'm in Memphis. Come on, man. It better be damn good. I love Trump. Exactly two for $1. They are still $2 for $1. They're still $2 for $1, man. I might have to drive down to Houston to get my late night tacos. I did like those. King Trump. Yes, those tacos from Jack in the Box. You didn't vote. What a joke. Hey, go to Bill Burr and see what he says about voting. And then come back to me and tell me that I'm a joke for not voting. Okay? All right. Trump doesn't have enough brain cells to start a friction fire. Woo, bringing the heat. I like it. Support your local ICE chapter. Okay. Mud Shark Troll. Mud Shark, say something nice, man. Say something nice before I kick you out of here. Because I like you. I like you. I just want you to say one nice thing. Can you say something fucking nice? Let's see if Mud Shark can say anything nice. It might not be possible for this person. Some people have a hard time being happy in life and enjoying life and everything that life has to offer, the experiences, meeting people, talking to others, having grand ideas about solving huge, large problems for our country that other people don't want to tackle. No one wants to fucking touch race. Okay, so everybody's coming after liver cheese. Everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to fucking get mad at me because I'm pointing out things that have to be addressed if we're to move forward as a country. You got to draw the line and say, okay, it's time to talk about these things. These things are not going away. These things are not getting any better. You can't throw somebody in a prison, lock the fucking, throw away the key, and think that's going to help society, okay? What about that guy's kid, okay? Well, there's a fucking father who got thrown into a prison because he sold weed or something, and he's in prison for life now, or for years and decades for some bullshit charge. And he's got a son out here pissed off at the fucking government and looking around him going, this country really fucking hates black people, don't we? I mean, let's really think about this, okay? These are human beings trying to survive on a daily basis. They are not trying to come after your 401k or your hot tub in the backyard next to your fucking pool. They ain't coming after that. This is not the people. These are not the people. Stop. Stop it. Do better. Liberty is going to save America. Me and you, we're going to save America, man. All you good people out there. Changing social media into something positive. You're going to talk to me and you're going to troll me, but I'm also going to look at you and call you what you are for what you're saying. And I'm going to be right every fucking time. I love you guys. I get so tired. I really do. Any ideas on the channel, guys? It's a real idea and not a troll fucking with me. I'd gladly listen. Oh, you didn't vote, then your response doesn't count. Okay, yeah, I knew that's what you were going to say. So pull up Bill Burr right now and what he says about voting. Because yes, Bill Burr's a comedian, but Bill Burr also didn't vote. And if you know who Bill Burr is, very influential comedian right now. Very influential. The reason Bill Burr's so influential is because Bill Burr is one of the rare comics out there very, very rare that conservatives still like. They still like that guy. And the reason they like Bill Burr is because Bill Burr, I think I'm a lot like Bill Burr. I'm not nearly as funny, but Bill Burr don't fucking lie. He says it. He says it, and he lets the cards fall where they may. And I don't know if he's more popular or less popular than that. So go watch his thing on voting and me not having a right to say anything because I didn't vote. Fuck off, dude. I'll say whatever I want to. Get out of here. Go away. You annoy me. You annoy me. I don't delete people, but I'm going to delete this douchebag. What's your name? Rogue? Okay, Rogue. Get on them, guys. You guys want me to... I don't know. Y'all like to see it. Y'all like to see liberties get fired up. It's not good for my heart. Speaking of which, I got to go fucking get my... I got to go get my scripts for... You know what? Let's do something different. Guys, come with me. I'm going to do something. We're going to do something. We're going to leave this mall. We'll shoot this mall video later. We are going to go... Now, to somebody coming into this, a lot of, especially you don't have the context you need to understand why liberties get so fired up about shit like this. Okay, the city. I talked to a guy the other day from England, kind of explaining to him what's going on in Memphis and has been going on for the last 30, 40, 50 years, and with the Great White Flight, people moving out of the city because of fear. Look, dude. I don't blame you, okay? The media has led you to the fear that you have. So I'm giving you an opportunity here to kind of understand that, yeah, I got kind of... That's the problem, man. People are never going to admit that they got conned or anything. Oh, yeah, it was a con job. Admit it. If you really got conned, then you should admit it and move on. That's the way I've always been, I thought. Right? Move on and prove yourself. Don't let it happen again. Otherwise, you're going to be a victim again. So, yeah, so the Great White Flight out here. You know, you drive anywhere 15, 20 minutes outside of Memphis, you're going to have all of Memphis white population. Not all of them. There's still some whites that live in the city. But the whites that live in the city are absolutely progressives and liberals. Very few red hats live within the city limits of Memphis. They live in the suburbs on the outside because they're afraid of black people. Because they're afraid of black people because of the press, the media. That's really it. That's really it. That's the reason they're afraid of black people. They're not afraid of black people. A black person didn't come up to them at their job and you know, threaten them in any way or anything like that. It has nothing to do with anything that's real. It only has to do with the illusion that they sell us, that this is a dangerous person. These people are not to be trusted. That's why the task force is in town. The task force is in town because it's a Republican president who does not like the fact that he wants to step in and say, hey, black people, this is how you should live. You're not living right, so I'm going to come in and teach you how to live. I mean, it's just ludicrous what the fuck he's doing. It makes zero sense. Yeah, but they move outside the city, and that divides the city even more because they're out there and they're pissed off. Because if they want to go downtown or they want to go anywhere, they got to drive 20, 30 fucking minutes, an hour to get there. Where me, I could just take an Uber right down the road, sit, have some drinks, get fucked up, and then come on home. A wonderful night. You can't do that. You live an hour away because you moved away because you're afraid of black people because of something you've been taught by the media. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Be a smarter person than that. I know you're smarter than that. Stop it. Jesus Christ, man. Do better. You're smarter, guys. You're so much smarter than that. I know conservatives who are smart as hell. I love you guys. I just want you to get right in the fucking head and not be on the wrong side of history when it all comes crashing down. And it is all coming crashing down. As a matter of fact, we're in the process of it right now. It's already started. The end's already started. And if you don't think that, then you're probably in a little bit of denial. But and I'm going to go ahead and call the future right now. I'm going to call the future. Mark it down. Mark down this time. I want somebody out there, one of my subs, mark down today what time it is right now, and I'm going to make a prediction for the next election or the midterms. I'm going to make a prediction for the midterms. All right, now, and the media hadn't caught on to it yet, or they're just acting dumb. Okay, Trump floated this idea of $2,000 checks. Okay, Trump, the only reason he floated that is because he got his fucking ass handed to him in the midterms. Clear as day. Or in the elections, not the midterms, the elections a couple of weeks ago. That's the only reason he gives a shit about maybe offering Americans some money. But no, he's got to fuck it up. He's got to fuck it up. He can't do something that would probably win him the election. He's got to fuck it up by saying, no, well, it's only working families that can get the $2,000. What the fuck are you talking about, man? There's no fucking jobs, you goddamn jackass. What are you talking about, working families? You're threatening giving fucking white families who have fucking jobs $2,000, and black people or brown people or even white people, poor white people, nothing. Nothing, because they can't find a fucking job. Well, please explain that fucking logic for more than one. Please, anybody, explain that logic to me. God damn, the dumb is fucking ridiculous in this country. We are some dumb motherfuckers. Dumb. What's going to happen is, he started floating the $2,000 check idea, like I said, because he knew he's in trouble politically, because he's done the dumbest fucking shit that any human being could ever do. He's governed for one side. The other side, all he's wanted is revenge. Revenge! You didn't go with Trump. We're gonna get revenge on your ass. What a nasty motherfucking man. Another thing I want you to consider with Trump, okay? Have you ever met a grown motherfucker in his life who has never admitted they were wrong about anything? I want you fucking Trump tards to fucking go out and find me, please, find me anything, any evidence that Trump has ever apologized for anything in his fucking life. And you think that's normal for a human being to go through life and never have to apologize for anything? He must be a perfect human fucking being. Trump must be Jesus, because he's never apologized for anything he's fucking done in his life. That is a scarred human being. Scarred human being. I've never met anybody who's never apologized. This motherfucker's the first person I've ever met in my entire 54 years of life who has never apologized for one fucking thing. Think about that. If you don't apologize for anything, then I assume that you think that you've been right your entire fucking life. You've never made a mistake. Think about that. Stop being a dumb motherfucker. I'm going to start calling you dumb motherfuckers, because if you're falling for it, then you're a dumb motherfucker. Here's what's going to happen. He started floating that, and I was like, I see what's going here. I see what's going here. And he solidified it last night when someone, or maybe it was the day before, when someone asked his ass, they asked him, what about these $2,000 checks? When are we going to be seeing those? What do you think his answer was? When do you think you're gonna see your $2,000 check? Oh, it'll be next year, middle of next year, maybe later in the year. Really? What happens middle of next year and late next year? Yeah, it's pretty clear, Trump, to anybody with a half a fucking brain, that you're going to try to pay people $2,000 to vote for you in the midterms. Here's what's going to happen, though. We've wised up. We're going to take your fucking $2,000 and we're still going to fucking vote against your dumb fucking ass. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Fucking moron. Let me buy the election. What are we talking about here? This is the greatest country in the world and all this shit's going on. What the fuck? Where have we gone wrong? My God. Hey, stand by, guys. Jesus. All right, I'm back. And I mean, I know you're sitting at home laughing. You can laugh at me all you want to, but something that I say is going to go through and it's going to get into that brain. We have to get smarter as a country, as a people. We have to. Holy shit, I didn't know that was still playing. Stopped at a movie theater, one battle after another is still playing. I didn't know that. I might have to go see that again today. If you haven't seen that, there's a movie called One Battle After Another. I'm going to walk you up there. I'm going to walk you up here and show you the poster. Just because it's a very important movie that I think... first off, anybody that's a fan of Leonardo DiCaprio or... God, he's a director. Can't remember the director's name, but he's great. But this movie's fantastic. It's timely. If you want to feel confident about our country moving forward, you should definitely come check out this movie. Right here. One Battle After Another. Leave in the comments if you've seen the movie and tell me what you thought of the movie. It's a valuable movie. Sometimes you create art that's just art. It's just a piece of entertainment that I enjoy, or that somebody else enjoys. That's what it is. That's what art is. But every now and then you'll get a piece of art that has historical precedence, and that would be this movie. The movie One Battle After Another, you need to go check it out. And it's very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. But how they managed to nail what's going on today and get it into a movie like that, it's very strange. Very strange. But they did it. And it's a significant piece of art that people should probably go see. Even if you're on the red side or the blue side, I don't think it really matters. Because that movie shows what's best about America. So if you have an opportunity before it goes away, or you can wait till it comes out on streaming, which should be, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, because it's been out for a little bit. But that's a fantastic movie. Everything about it. All right, let me go down here and see what kind of comments we got, guys. Y'all are probably all talking to each other because I'm not reading your comments, which I try to do, but you guys are just boop, 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 boop. They're coming up and down. Did those words come out of my mouth just now? So here's some funny stuff, guys. Let's talk about something funny. Talk about something good. To the people who think that I'm out here wasting my time by having a live feed where we talk about humanity. Who cares about 2K? Thank you, man. Well, a lot of people, Ethan. I thank you. I understand your sentiment, but I think $2,000 to a lot of people, to some people, that's life changing. Well, I know. Let me back that up. $2,000 is not really life changing. But for some people, that's a lot of that's a lot of food. That's a lot of food. But what goes through one party's mind is not how much food that $2,000 is going to buy. All they think about is that black people are going to be going out getting their nails done. They're going to be getting new phones and stuff like that. Look, dude, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do with that $2,000. Okay, if Trump wants to give away $2,000 fucking dollars, I'll go. You know what? I've never taken the only time I've ever taken a cent, I'm going to blow all you motherfuckers away. The only time I've ever taken a cent from the government in my entire life of 54 years was when Bass Pro Shops in Nashville, Tennessee flooded in 2010, and we were out of work for 6 months or so, somewhere in there. I wanted my job back. I wanted that job. I love that job. So yeah, I took unemployment for, I don't know, maybe 4 months. Bass Pro Shops, thumbs up for them, man. They did reach out. I'm gonna give them props. It's not often that I give a giant corporation props, but definitely giving this guy props, or giving this company props on this situation. I got some bad stories about Bass Pro I could share too. One in particular that is very, very disgusting, entertaining, and you might want to hear about it. As a matter of fact, yes, I'm not gonna share that detail. It's a personal thing, but they did me wrong and my wife wrong, really bad wrong one time, really, really bad wrong, and that's all I'll say about that. But let me go ahead and compliment them first, because when we flooded in 2010, this company stepped up and they paid for our I want to say salary. It wasn't a salary, it was hourly, but they paid for it for a month. So good on you, Bass Pro, for stepping up and doing that, because they wanted to keep the same employees too. You know, when you work there, it's kind of like a family. So they took care of us for that 1 month. That is what made me want to keep my job more than anything, because I was like, okay, look, they're reaching out to us. I appreciated it muchly. So I gave them a little loyalty and said, I'm going to come back. I came back and worked in a different department, worked in surveillance for a while. Great time. Learned a lot of stuff in that surveillance job. But that's the only money I've ever taken, Liver Cheese has ever taken from the government. And I know it blows away all your preconceived notions that, oh, he's a liberal, he's a progressive, he's on here begging for free stuff. Never. I don't beg for free stuff. Okay. What I do though is try to point out to people that, you know, the free stuff that we get, actually we pay for our taxes. And I want my taxes to go towards people who are struggling. That's what I want. I want no American to go hungry. Maybe that's just me. I don't really care to go into all of their backgrounds and figure out if this person's doing fraudulent behavior because the amount of fraudulent behavior, it's there. Don't get me wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. It's there. But anytime you're dealing with money or benefits or anything like that, there's going to be corruption. Anywhere. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, whatever. I mean, you go to a lot of these poor countries and they're corrupt as hell because they don't have any money and they're all fighting each other to get their share. Why do we really have to do that, man? We don't really have to do that in this country. This is a rich country. Supposedly the best country in the world. And I agree on a lot of things, we are the best country in the world. But when it comes to taking care of our own, we're pretty shitty at it. We're pretty shitty at it. We need to do better. When other people succeed, you succeed. When other people have jobs and they have income and livable wages, you're going to succeed as a company. So when we're out here struggling and you're nickel and diming us with everything going from every direction, jacking our prices up on everything. I mean, corporations haven't lowered their prices since their prices have come down. Why? Why haven't they helped out the American people? Corporations, step up, man. You're not stepping up. You're greedy, and you're not lowering the prices again for consumers, even though your prices are back to pre-pandemic level. Our prices, unfortunately, will probably never be back to pre-pandemic levels, because guess what? The corporations decided Americans are okay. Yeah, we can take a little bit more out of them. Come on, let's just pull a little bit more out of these guys that are barely surviving. They can pay an extra $1 for a fucking double cheeseburger or whatever. And here's another thing, man. I had a comment the other day. I had a comment. We're going to talk because a guy put a comment up, and I read it and I thought about it. And sorry, checking people out. What was the comment he put? Like, I can't remember. God damn it. I'm not high either. Took a gummy a couple of nights ago, but I haven't taken one. I'm just having my train of thoughts all over the place, because when there's so many injustices going on, it's sometimes you forget a point somebody was trying to make. Let me try to remember. What did he say? It upset me a little bit. I can't remember what it was. It was something stupid. Okay, we'll move on. All right, who cares about 2K? All right, we're going to read these comments. A MAGA country. It is a shame and allow one man to turn our country upside down. Completely upside down. We're in the upside down, aren't we? And that's why I come on here. I want to be that voice of reason for the people who are out there trying to weed through this insanity and saying, are there any decent people left? Yeah, they're decent. They're my viewers. They're my viewers, and we're going to talk about it, okay? You're the one who's been brainwashed. How have I been brainwashed? Oh, this is a good one. What's your name? Are you still there? Gary O? I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and wait on your comment. How has liver cheese been brainwashed? Please tell me. Trump is righting the ship. If you say so. I haven't seen it yet. My grocery prices are still higher than they used to be. Gas prices, about the same. How long have you been transitioning? I get stoned all the time and don't have those issues. Look, Trump ain't perfect, huh? Ain't perfect, but he's better than the other side by far. Is he though? Is he though? Tell me how he's so much better. I'm listening. All right, let me find that. Is this guy not going to answer me? How have I been brainwashed? This is MAGA country. If you don't like it, you can move on. MAGA. I'm not moving anywhere. Not moving anywhere. Are you a grown-up, Roadrunner? Are you a grown-up? Are you a grown human being? Do you not understand how society works? So that's a free country. You have to live with me. I'm not leaving for you because you're a hateful motherfucker. Okay? So you either learn to deal with me, or how about you move the fuck out? Because there's more of me than there are of you, buddy. That's just fact. All right. I'm not moving anywhere. Come make me move. Bro, I just got a call. We couldn't go back to Thailand. You absolutely destroyed them ladyboys. Okay. Our border isn't being invaded. Okay. Do you understand that Biden tried to pass a comprehensive border bill? It got blocked. Let me try to remember why it got blocked. Didn't Trump tell people don't vote for that? Interesting. Interesting, because he could have taken care of that. But no, he had to stick his fucking nose into something that he had no business sticking his nose into and try to make Biden look bad because Biden tried to pass his bill but couldn't get it passed because of you. So, yeah, I don't really buy your shit about the border, okay? All right, let's continue. Is way better than Kamala. How do you know? We never had her. Gas has went down $1. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. You're full of shit. Gas is $2.50. Gas has been $2.50 for the last how long has it been $2.50? At least 3 years. 2-3 years. It's been $2.50. It ain't gone up dramatically or gone down dramatically. It's been about $2.50. So gas hadn't gone down $1 unless you're, I don't know where you're living at, but I can drive right down the road right now and show you $2.50. Same as it's always been. Why are you gay? Why are you not gay? I invaded my fridge last night and ate all the Oreos. Yeah, man. Good stuff. It's the little things in life. You know what's up. Everything is cheaper than 3 years, even 2 years ago. No, it's not. No, it's not. How much is ground beef? It's ground beef. Is it cheaper than it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago? Is it? Because at my Kroger right down there, it's almost $10 a pound. Ground beef used to be, what, $2-3 a pound? Now it's $10 a pound? All right. Because Biden is almost dead. I don't know what that means. Wrong is America. We have a house that cannot stand if divided. That's why I'm here. Fuck Biden. Why did you spell it like that? Is there a moderator in here that's going to throw you out? I don't care about a word, dude. Spell it out like it's supposed to be spelled. You're talking to a freedom of speech guy here. Constitutionalist. So if you're afraid to say fuck Biden by spelling it F-U-Q, I don't understand that. It's weird. I told you, man, stay out of them gay bars. Let's scroll right past that. Wrong. We are the majority. Don't forget. Are you the majority? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Why don't you go back and take a look at my No King's Day videos and tell me you're the majority? Okay? Do that. Why did you vote for Biden then? I didn't vote for Biden. Absolutely he is. If you don't know how, then those weren't issues that were important to you and you won't agree. No, they are important. I still can't figure out one person that can give me an accomplishment that this douchebag's done. Please. How has he improved the country? He's made you think that he's kicking out all these rapists and killers and mental patients, and because he and you and Fox News have dehumanized an entire race, an entire segment of the population. You have dehumanized. To you, they're not humans. They're humans to me. And should they come into the country legally? Absolutely. Should they have due process? Absolutely. It's what we do in this country. Why did Biden wait to the last 30 minutes to pardon people? I don't know. I don't care. He didn't pardon people like known sex traffickers. Guy just got arrested the other day, yesterday, January 6th, who was banging 10-year-olds. He got pardoned by Trump, and now he's out banging 10-year-olds. So, I mean, you're not going to get me with this argument about who Trump pardoned and who Biden pardoned. Who pardoned the worst people? All right. Trump closed the borders on day one. Okay, we got a real winner in here, guys. We got a complete. What's your name again? Mudshark. You sure have been in here for a long time trolling me, Mudshark. Do you have something better to do? In your mind, in your little mind, because you've been watching Fox News and OAN and Newsmax and all those fake ass fucking networks that are propaganda sites, you have in your mind that Biden, when he was in office, the border was completely open. You're a fucking moron, dude. That never happened. That never happened. The border was never open for Biden. So what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of my face. You want closed borders? You've always had closed borders. Always. You can tell this is AI generated by looking at his fingers and hands. What the hell does that even mean, dude? Get the hell out of here. You guys are... President Trump is the greatest president ever. I'm not really liking Trump right now. His number of executive orders are alarmingly high, and his ability to bypass congressional approval through this is alarming. Well, he does whatever the fuck he wants to do, and he expects us not to be educated enough to know you can't do that, man. This is the United States. We have a constitution. So his whole idea was he could just ram these things home. And he did. He rammed some of them home. But guess what? You're not seeing, Red Hats, is that every day, all these orders and everything that he's doing are being knocked down by other judges. Our system of checks and balances is working. You don't hear about it much on the news because they just want to, they don't want to, that part's not pointed out. Trump did it. No, Trump didn't do it. Trump acted like there was a problem where there wasn't, and he rattled some things around and said, look what I fixed. He didn't fix shit. All right, President Trump is the greatest president ever. And I appreciate that comment there from Brax in a Box. Thank you, man. Good comment. I live on the border and we never had an invasion. Thank you. Makio. Hey, Makio, so you live on the border and you've never had an invasion. But this narrative that Fox News have set up for the last 10 years minimum is that people are just flowing across that border. There's nobody stopping them. There's no borders. They're just coming across. And now Trump is in office and all of a sudden, borders closed. Nobody's coming across. That's not life. That's not what's happening. All right, $5 to $6 in California for gas. Thank you. Kamala can't even form a logical sentence. Why are we talking about Kamala? Why? What's this whataboutism shit? That's your biggest argument, you Red Hats. That's all you got. Well, what about this person? What about that person? We're not talking about this person or that person. We're talking about the person in control of our country right now. We're not talking about a lawyer who ran for president and was a terrible candidate. Absolutely terrible candidate. Yes, Democrats ramrodded her in there, and we really didn't want her, and that's why she lost. She didn't lose because Trump is this fantastic fucking person. She lost because she's a bad candidate. She's a bad candidate. She came across as being phony. That's why she lost. Okay? And she's a woman. Now, and we won't talk about the black part because we already had a black president, but we've never had a woman president. So those things may have had a little bit to do with it. So before you think Trump, everybody loves Trump, you need to understand something. A lot of Democrats stayed home because they just weren't in it for Kamala. I said Kamala. I'm so sorry I said that, Kamala. Yeah, so this overwhelming victory, yeah, you had a victory. Do I doubt that victory? I mean, sometimes, my conspiratorial mind starts to wonder, did that really happen? But I'm also an educated person, so I'm not just going to throw things out there unless I have some kind of proof. If I had some kind of proof that Trump stole this election with Musk, the most powerful man in the world, then I would be on here definitely talking about it, but I haven't seen that yet. See there, I'm a rational human being. That's what rational human beings do. When you lose, you lose. You get over it and you move on. You carry on. You carry on and you just look out for injustices. That's all we can do as a people. Okay? Because we got to learn to live with each other, guys. I want to go out and have a drink with some of you Red Hats, and we can talk about our dogs, and we can talk about the things that connect us instead of just talking about what you think Mexicans or black people are doing, because you're probably wrong on all of it. And it's not because you're a dumb person. It's just because you've been fed lies through Fox News over and over and over and over and over again. Which is why I try to get out on the streets as much as I can, and I'm going to continue to do that, because what I'm doing is important work, because people need to see the reality of the situation. I'll go up to random strangers in the city of Memphis, sit down with them, talk to them, hug each other. We'll talk about what we need to do better as a society, what we need to do better as a country, how we need to take care of each other a little better. We should make Trump king. I pay $1.60 ounce for the gas. $2.85 here. It's $2.85 where you're at. Was it about the same? I mean, I just, and we can argue that gas, you know, we all know gas is not really, you know, it's not too much the president can do about the gas. It's just because we continue to be on the teat of big oil. And as long as we're on the teat of big oil, they will always control what we pay for gas. Which is a talk we can have on another day about energy independence. We're not going to have it right now. Beef is the only thing. Now, wow, this guy is AI. This is crazy. He's not real. Okay. Grandpa loves drag story time. Oh, Mud Shark. I don't want to embarrass you anymore, man. I'm going to go all the way to the end here. I got a super chat. Let me see where the super chat's at. Brax in a Box, $1.99. Executive orders are an informal power. Abused. Thank you, Brax in a Box. All right. I appreciate that $2 donation. Every little bit helps out liver cheese over here. So thank you. Here's something. LOL. Then where did they all come from? And dude, we saw it on TV. Even CNN was surprised. Where did they all come from? So you're under the assumption that migrants haven't been pouring over the border for decades, right? And now are you just opening up your eyes and seeing, holy shit, there's a lot of Mexicans here. Holy crap, what happened? What do you mean what happened? All right. Let's talk about why the demon Plaskett was texting Epstein in a hearing. Tell me a little more about that. I don't know much about that. Who is that? That is you Mad Libby. What's up, you Mad Libby? Let's talk about the demon Plaskett was. Why did demon Plaskett was texting Epstein in a hearing? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This could be one of those crazy QAnon theories or Newsmax or something. I'll try to find it. That's all I can tell you. I'll try to educate myself on the subject. Don't be coming scared. Don't be scared. MAGA coming for you. Roadrunner, what does that mean, man? What does that mean? What does that mean? MAGA's coming for me. I mean, I should just click that and report it as a threat. Sure sounds like a threat to me. Unless you want to clarify what you're talking about here, Roadrunner. You're going to threaten an American because they have different values and views as you? Sad, bro. Sad shit, man. Hey, it looks like it's DNC American flag. Rainbow flags. And reality's coming for MAGA. Reality's coming for MAGA. Pro-guns, pro-MAGA, pro-Trump. Well, good for you. And that's the problem. Gramps is over there trying to look like Caitlyn Jenner. What the hell are you talking about? Who are you? Mud Shark? Come on, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You ever notice that when you're debating a red hat, that quickly, very quickly, it devolves into name calling? Why would that be? Why? What are you, 12? Are you one of these people that go around and see somebody with pink hair and think, I hate that person because they have pink hair, or they look like a liberal, or they have purple hair or green hair? Any other kind of hair that you think they shouldn't have, you see it. Oh my God, I don't want to be anywhere near that person. You got to live with them. It's a big country. If you want us to have some of your values, at least have good values. That's all. If you want us to have your values, lead by example and show us why we should have your values. Simple. Show me. 10 million versus negative numbers, imbecile host. I don't know what that means. 32% majority. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know what's up. Rainbow flag. You're in MAGA country, punk. Who's this? Matthew Ridenauer. Punk. Punk. You little pussy. Why are you mad? Because you painted America to be MAGA country, and I'm not MAGA, so you call me punk. My God, dude. You got mental issues, man. Democrats needed voters, hence come one, come all. What a stupid ass fucking take. Stupid ass take. What's your name? Forever a slacker. Okay. So your theory is Democrats just opened up the borders to let illegals come in so they could fucking vote. Democrat, you're such a fucking... What is the matter with you, dude? Let me clear some things up for you, man. Illegally voting in this country is a felony, which will get you put in prison for a long time. So you think a guy who just hopped the border and he's trying to fucking make a little money for his family, trying to help his family survive, that they're going to risk everything that they've accomplished by getting to here? I'm not saying it's an accomplishment, but to them, you know, they took a lot of days and a lot of time to get here. Okay, they should go through legally, without a doubt. They should go through legally. But the theory that you think that Democrats are letting in illegals to vote for them is cuckoo. They can't vote. They don't get benefits. They don't get free stuff. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What in the balls is going on? That's a good question, man. Stinky trend. So immigrants had to come to get Trump elected forever. I'm gonna say something to you guys who wanna think that Mr. Trump, Mr. Orange Turd here, is gonna run for another term. Okay. The biggest mistake this country will ever make is even discussing the idea of letting this fucking idiot run for another term. Because if that happens, it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Real Americans understand the Constitution. We follow the Constitution. We'll always follow the Constitution, even though you want to ignore the Constitution. Trump ain't having another term, okay? Get that out of your fucking dumb little brain, because it ain't happening. And if it does happen, we're going to put Obama on the ticket, bitches. How about that? If he can do it, then Obama's going to be our guy. I love Gavin Newsom. I think Gavin Newsom's going to trounce Trump. I don't think it's even going to be close. I think it's going to be a landslide. However, I know for a fact. I think with Newsom it would happen, but with Obama, absolutely 1,000%. I would bet my fucking life on it. Obama beats Trump in an election any day of the year. Period. All right, I'm gonna roll back down to the bottom because all you, if I missed any of your comments and they're positive comments, I apologize for that. But I want to focus on these ridiculous fuckers, okay? Arizona isn't blue. I don't know where you've been. Trump 2032, the American dream is over, brother. What is the American dream? We've been fed the American dream for all of our lives. Is the American dream to be rich beyond your wildest dreams and to have more money than you know what to do with? Is that the American dream? I don't think that's the American dream. I think the American dream is being able to survive. And if you have any major things, medical come up, that's going to be taken care of. You're not going to be always in debt, paying back what you owe for your medical bills. You know, that's my American dream. At one point, I wanted to be rich like everybody else, you know, but I've come to the realization that there's just not that much money out there. There's only a certain amount of pie, and 85% of that pie right now is being taken by the top 1% in the country. So every time I say that stat, a lot of people seem stunned, but it's true. You can look it up. 80 to 85%, it's something right in there, of all new profit income going to Americans, 80 to 85% of it is going to the top 1%. Okay, that's a fact. So when you realize that, you realize these guys aren't going to let go of their money. They're just not going to do it. They're going to continue to be pigs and disgusting humans, piling money up underneath them until they're standing on top of a giant fucking pile of money, while this person over here or this person over here barely has enough to survive on. Paycheck to paycheck. And that's your greatest country in the world. We can do so much better. So much better. I don't think the American dream should be to have billions of dollars and millions of dollars like they teach you on TV. The American dream is to leave this place a better place. When you leave behind a legacy of kindness, leave behind a legacy of being fair to other people. That's Liver Cheese's way of life. All right. In my opinion, I feel like if you're a good, kind person, that's what matters more than anything. Yeah, you're absolutely correct there, Mary. Problem we run into, Mary, is that whenever you go out and I want to show those things. I want to show kindness. I want to show love. But when you do something to help someone else out, and you want people to know that you're doing it, then you look bad. Okay, people jump on here. Well, he was really a nice person. He'd do it without letting people know. I don't believe in that shit. I believe right now we need to show every act of kindness we're doing. If you're doing something good for humanity, show it. Videotape that shit. Show the rest of the world. Show the rest of the world that us humans, us human beings that want others to survive just like we do. I want everybody to have their piece of the pie. I want you all to have the piece of the pie. You're absolutely right, Mary. You're absolutely right. And hopefully we can change that, because kindness needs to be projected. That needs to be what makes a man. Being a man is not about beating someone down or proving you're stronger than someone else. Being a man is about being empathetic towards others. Mr. Rogers, my hero, said it the best. MAGA, the majority will win. So does Daddy Trump. What's up, Joe Biden? Hi, I'm from Iran. What's up if you're from Iran? Beg me like your father did. He is mad because Trump took his fentanyl away. Jesus fucking Christ, you people. Oh my God. Let's talk about fentanyl deaths. I'm going to talk about fentanyl deaths. You know, you guys talk about cities. Talk about cities and how rough they are and how they're full of people who want to hurt you and murder you and rape you. But let's talk about fentanyl. Let's talk about where the fentanyl deaths are happening. Y'all want to talk about that? It's happening in the suburbs. It's happening in the suburbs. A lot of white people dying from fentanyl. And the reason they're dying from fentanyl is because they can't get their pain medicine from their doctors. So they go out and they try to find other ways to alleviate their pain. And we have a legal way to do that with gummies. But they're going to try to take that away from me, from us, all of us. I did say me because, I partake in gummies from time to time. Sometimes I do them for recreation. Sometimes I do them to help me sleep. Sometimes I do it just because I want to have a good time. Kill me. Shoot me. Call me a terrible person. But fentanyl is a problem. But let's focus on why it's a problem. Pain medication or pain management in this country it's gone. They want you to, and now they're trying to take the gummies away. So they don't want you to have any pain relief at all. They want you to have to go to a doctor, beg for it because you're in pain. What I would tell all you people out there who have pain management or whatever that you need taken care of and you're having problems getting that pain medicine, fire one up, brother. Fire one up, man. Legal or not legal, fire one up. Fire one up. That's a drug. That's a drug that's gonna give you the pain relief you need. Legal or not, I don't care. If you're in pain, I don't want to see anybody in pain. Fire one up. Just do it. There's no moral quandaries here, okay? Nothing wrong with it. People want to tell you you're a bad person and you smoke a little weed. Give me a break. Give me a break. We have alcohol. They're afraid our kids are going to get a hold of it. What about alcohol and cigarettes? We have all that. Kids can get a hold of that. You need to parent your kids if they're getting a hold of gummies. If you're worried about kids getting a hold of gummies, parent your kids. Not my concern. All right. This dude doesn't care if you can't get a good job and housing's too expensive. He wants more workers here so that the wait staff stays cheap and his 401k goes up. Do I look like I have a 401k, you dipshit? And I say dipshit with much love. Come on, man. That's the worst read I've ever seen. Don't even need an ID to vote. The fuck out of here. Dude, I don't know how your precinct does it, but they do it in a way. You got to have a voter registration card. If you don't have that voter registration card, then you don't vote. You can do a signature match. They do signature matches. To all the people out there who think there's widespread voter fraud going on, show me. Show me. Show me right now. And I will be the first to admit that I'm wrong. Show me where the voter fraud is. I'm waiting. All right, let's continue. No country, kingdom, nation, or even a small island stands on the moral high ground. Very good comment, Generation X. I appreciate that very much for you. That you understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. Thank you for that. Hello, everywhere. How are you, sir? I'm doing okay. Vance, Trump, hell yeah. Fent Floyd wasn't a good boy. I'm so high. Good for you, man. Aunt Will. I'm glad you're able to be high right now. But I get what you're saying too, but I'm more talking about like people posting videos just to get likes, not just to show their true kindness. That's absolutely true, and that's the problem. That's a problem. It is a problem. Now, if I go out and if I film somebody, you saw yesterday I filmed a few homeless people. I asked them if they wanted to be filmed, except for the Santa. I just came up on the Santa and threw my arm around the guy. The guy was a blast. But yeah, you're right. You're right. A lot of people will use that. Corporations use that, you know. They corporations try to act like people and throw these commercials up where they're fucking oh, we gave our employee a car, our black employee. I'm talking to you, Chick-fil-A. Come on, man, that's gross. They got this commercial. Oh, we gave our employee a car. We found out she didn't have a car. We wanted her to be able to get to work. Let me make a commercial about it. That's nonsense. You're not a human being, giant corporation. You don't care about us, giant corporation. You only care about this. So don't act like you're a human being and like you want to be treated as a human being, because you're not a human being. You're a giant corporation whose sole interest is profit above all else, even to the detriment of the American people. So I consider that nasty when a corporation tries to act like a person and use one thing they did good as a tool to make people think that everything that they do like that is good. It's just not true. I'd like to have the American dream is to start your own business and actually be independent. Amen, brother. Or female, whichever you are. I agree with you 100%. Yesterday when I was coming home from downtown, I had a very, very, very good discussion with my Uber driver. She was a young black female, 27 years old, just started her own business in the city. I motivated her. I told her, I said, we need you. We need young black, business-minded individuals in this city. And the reason I'm saying black, okay? The reason I'm saying black is it's Memphis. Memphis has to get to a place where our black community understands that having educated black businesses, educated black people in the community is a good thing. So yes, absolutely right. Getting your business started. Businesses are very difficult to start. They're very difficult to maintain, especially restaurants or things like that. You see a lot of people opening up restaurants. They're very difficult, especially in this time with money being the way it is. If you're going to start your own business, I would definitely encourage it, because that is the way to independence and being your own boss and doing what you want to do. But restaurants aren't a good investment. That's my only advice. They don't last. They just don't. Eventually, people stop going to them because maybe they don't have the money that week, and that adds up, and next thing you know, they're gone. And then they won't try to open another business because they opened one business and it did not succeed. It might have succeeded for a while, but which is why it's very important that you guys shop mom and pops. I'm always down for that. Get out there and shop your local mom and pops. Show them the love if you have that money, because sometimes they have to charge a little more. I would like to have food and a car and be able to buy it myself, so I don't have to struggle. And I don't have to worry because worrying about it is very difficult and stressful. Who is that? Light Star. Light Star, you just touched into the pulse of the majority of Americans. And we feel you. We feel that comment. I feel it. You're not alone. We're going to keep working. We're going to try to make things okay where people can survive and be paid a wage that, hey, every now and then maybe I want to go to Six Flags, you know, every now and then maybe I want to do something for myself. You know, it's horrible for me to want to go out and entertain myself. When I understand you don't like that. I should just be going to work, coming straight home, paying my rent, paying for my groceries, happy life. No, it's not just that, man. We need time off. We need time with our family. We need unions who are going to come in and protect the workers and give us rights like they do in other countries. How other countries will have 2 months off a year for vacation. If other countries can do it, the greatest country in the world can do it. Okay, guys? I'm just talking about getting your value of what you do. Everything you do out there is a valuable position. Fry cooks, burger flippers, all of it. You'll never see liver cheese down talk any job, because a job is a job and you're working. If you're working and you're able to work, you should be paid a livable wage. Not that difficult. Forget about that third yacht. Let your employees get a little bit of that money. Okay? Let them feel valued. If you have valued employees, they're going to give you 100 times more. They're not going to come into work and sit around. I don't want to be here. You know, make them believe in your vision and make them believe that they're part of it, and make them believe that you're going to take care of them if anything ever happens to them. But you're absolutely right there, Light Star. I appreciate that comment. Actually, Light Star, I'm going to pin you, man. That's the best message of the day so far for me. I love all your messages, but that one's basically is what a lot of us are feeling. While many others out there protect billionaires and think we're coming after all their stuff that they worked for, it's not the case, man. It's not the case. Time to divide that pie up a little bit better. These freeloading millionaires need to pay their fair share in taxes. Okay? Call me crazy. I got the stats to prove it. They don't pay their taxes like they should. All right, here we go. People want to criticize others, but don't look at themselves. I really love what you're speaking on. Mary, I like you. I hope you've subbed. This ain't phony. This ain't an act. Sometimes I'm too much for a lot of people. Because I say what I mean, and sometimes people don't like that, and they want to fucking attack me, and that's okay. As long as you don't physically attack me, man. I live here. I'm in this country. I'm part of it, whether you like it or not. The solution's not to call the other side the enemy and attack the other side. The solution is to try to talk to one another. And sometimes when liver cheese gets hot, clearly I set off trolls, and I set off people who are really into Trump for whatever reason, and they come at me and they attack me. And that's okay. It's okay. You're entitled to do that. It's a free country. But don't physically threaten me. And don't physically threaten anybody else who does not agree with what you agree. That's all. Simple thing. All right. How's your grandma doing? Mud Shark, how's your grandma doing? Jesus is a dog. I mean dog, D-O-G, God, G-O-D. Flip them around. Can dogs save us all? That's all I ask. Maybe we should start a new campaign where we're just talking about how dogs can save the country, because whatever side you're on, you love animals if you're a good person. Never met a person that I liked or wanted to be a friend with who doesn't understand how important dogs are. You're entitled to that opinion, and you maybe just hadn't met the right dog because they can and do change your life. You're entitled to that, but I've just never wanted to be friends with people who weren't empathetic enough to understand that dogs, we love our dogs in this country, and cats. Jesus is a dog. Weed doesn't relieve pain. Weed doesn't relieve pain. I got a guy in here saying, Roadrunner, he's saying weed doesn't relieve pain. Is that so? Is that so? Why do you say that? You clearly have never smoked weed. I have my wife's uncle, God rest his soul, great man, fought for the country, veteran. He was a conservative. He was more red than anything else. I'll never forget the day that he came out to me and said, when Trump was first running, he said, Trump's a con man. I wanted to hug him so bad because he wasn't letting party go above person. He understands what he sees on TV. He sees a con man. You may see a hero, he sees a con man, or he did. But anyway, he had Lou Gehrig's disease. And or was it Lou Gehrig's? What did he have? I might be butchering a little bit. I'm not sure if it was Lou Gehrig's. He had it's a disease a lot of Americans get. Right off the bat, it's just slipping my mind. But it doesn't change the point. The point was, he was having problems getting pain medicine, and I would come out and see him in the back just firing one up, feeling good. So you're telling me weed doesn't relieve pain, but I'm telling you my eyes say they do, from the people I dealt with. Okay. I think you're a bad person for reasons other than weed. Why do you think I'm a bad person? I'd love to know. Old Glory. Why am I a bad person? Please explain. I'd love to know. What makes Liver Cheese a terrible person? I want to know. I honestly want to know why you think that you think I'm a bad person but for reasons other than weed. First off, if you think somebody's a bad person for weed, you're off base right there. Okay? So don't call those people bad people. But please tell me why you think I'm a terrible human being. Weird statement, but okay. Gummies are not in my house. That's good. You have your reasons, I'm sure. Repeating everything he's hearing on MSNBC. I haven't turned on MSNBC in 3 fucking years, dude. True statement. Do you want to know why I haven't turned on MSNBC in 3 years? I will tell you. Generally, their views, yeah, I'll agree with a lot of them, but MSNBC is it's a more left-leaning station. And I value what they do, but a lot of MSNBC is like Fox. It's opinion. It's opinion. Our news has become opinion pieces. I don't know when that happened, but news is not opinion. It's not. Now, if I turn it on and I see a breaking headline or something, that's going to be the news. But then they're going to go in, just like Fox and just like OAN and just like Newsmax and any of the other ones, and they're going to, kind of tilt it towards their viewers, which is okay. As long as it's not hurting other people. That's where we get to. That's where we get to the problem. Okay, because a lot of the stuff that has been spewed on Fox is, we can't close that box now. It's done. It's done. You look at the blue side as the enemies. I don't look at the red side as enemies, but I do look at you as people who may have lost your way a little bit, and I want you to come back onto this side with Liver Cheese, okay? Come back with me. All right, that's all. So I don't watch MSNBC, but thank you. Thank you for thinking that I do. Tell her what up. Mr. Rogers had the highest kill count in Vietnam for sniper, dude. Okay. What's your point? What's your point? He was serving his country. Do you want a good sniper that's serving your country in a war? Great person. Period. I don't care what he did in Vietnam because I care about what he did the rest of his life. He was an advocate for kindness. He was an advocate for children. He was an advocate for anything that's helpful to our society. And he did so as a pastor or a priest. He's a pastor, right? He did so as a pastor, but he didn't brag about being a pastor. That says a lot about his character right there, because he was doing good. Maybe he was doing good because he wanted to get into heaven. I don't know. It doesn't matter, man. He's doing good. He's doing good. He always did good. My life would be totally devastated if anything ever came out about Mr. Rogers. He's the one person in my past that I think is untouchable. And so don't go after Mr. Rogers, man. All right? Gummies. Sweet Tea said hi. What's up, Sweet Tea? Rogers had tattoos up and down his damn lit arms because he had sleeves. Weed is for losers. I agree. Well, your God put the weed here, so are you calling your God a user or a loser? Your God who said he put all seed-bearing plants on this planet for humans to use. And weed is a seed-bearing plant. So, there you go. Mister, if you smoke weed, you're a bad guy. If you're coming at me with that from religion, then I just destroyed your argument. All right. World leaders of the gummies. Trump smacked the world. I don't know what. I feel like this has to get a new phone number every time he wants to call his kid. I feel like this has to get a new phone number every time he wants to call his kid. What does that mean? It's very, very weird. Let me see. I don't have a doctor, and I have not had a doctor for about 9 years. I feel your pain, man. I understand your struggle. A lot of Americans haven't been able to go to the doctors. Another thing, taking away ACA, man. Why are you going to do that? Because when you take away people's insurance, what's going to happen? They're going to go to the emergency room. And probably not going to wind up paying their $10,000 medical bill for, I don't know, whatever they did on accident at home. That's what happens, or whatever condition has gotten so bad that he has to go to the emergency room. It's a thing that health insurance is not just about being able to go to a hospital when you need to go to a hospital and have them save your life. Health insurance is about, when I had my health insurance, it's lapsed now, but I will get it again. When I have it, I use it, okay? I go out and I get that checkup. The checkups of things, that's what people don't talk about when they talk about insurance. They don't talk about that having an insurance plan lowers the cost for everybody, because I'm not going to go to the emergency room for something that's gotten so bad because I couldn't go to my doctor and have it taken care of. That's all. So you have to look at those expenses too when you talk about how much is it going to cost for everybody to have health care, right? Other countries have universal health care, and they've been able to do it. So, you know, I'm not too concerned about whether or not we can do it, because we can. But I feel for you, man, not being able to go to the doctor for 9 years. That sucks. I went through, that's what's going on with my teeth, okay? You guys, you make fun of my teeth all you want to. I can't do a damn thing about it, all right? I can get dentures, or I have them all pulled and get dentures or get implants, which somewhere down the line, that's probably going to happen. But the reason, you can say, well, you should have been going to the dentist. You should have been doing this. You should have been doing that. Dude, I'm the last person that I want to take care of, okay? I want other people to be taken care of. If Liver Cheese isn't here tomorrow, then there's a lot of different reasons for that. The first reason would be my insurance lapsed, and I haven't been able to get the what do they call them? The guys who a neurologist. Right after I had my stroke, you guys out there in Arlington, which we're not going to get into today, caused by police. Right after that happened, and I went to the hospital, and I got out of the hospital, my doctor was like, we have to get you into a neurologist to figure out why you had the stroke. We know it was stress. We know you were stressed out. We know that, that anxiety and that stress of that moment caused whatever it was in my neck to break off and give me a stroke. So I'm not well, all right? I could go at any time. I could. I've accepted that. When I get my insurance, the reason I could not find a neurologist is because no neurologist took my insurance. So I've been out here, how long's it been now? A year and a month. Without a real follow-up to how we prevent this from happening again to Liver Cheese. And it sucks, because I'm walking out here, and if anything, go ahead and sub, because I could die. And I could be live streaming while it happens. And you can say, I got to see it happen. I got to see liver cheese go down. So yeah, I'm a little scared too. And a lot of people are out there scared. They can't go to a doctor to have something that needs to be looked at now. And it sucks. But we're going to continue to fight and continue to try to make sure people, Americans, are taken care of. You shouldn't have to worry about your medical bills. This for-profit medical system we have is the worst. It needs to go away. Unfortunately, it's probably never going to go away because they figured out they could get away with it, and they're making their millions and millions of dollars off of us. So we're kind of stuck with it right now. And now they're, the ACA, they're taking that shit away to a lot of Americans. So, I mean, what would you have us do? You say that we only want free shit. We want to know that we're going to be alive tomorrow. That's all. I mean, that's a simple thing, right? Wouldn't you? And I know there's a lot of you out there who may have medical conditions you can't get looked at for whatever reason. But wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to wake up every day worrying about that? Right? 100% honest here. My stroke medicine. When I lost my insurance a couple of months ago, I haven't been getting my stroke medicine. So I've been stretching it out. Stretching it out. I'll take it instead of taking it every day like I'm supposed to take it. It's a very strong drug too, which could keep me alive. It's called Clopidogrel or something like that. But I need that. I need that drug. I need that drug until we can figure out what the fuck's going on with liver cheese. Why are you not killed over dad? And it sucks having to, I don't know if any of our Americans have to do this, but let me ask you right now, type of 1, if you've ever had to do this, okay? If you've ever had medicine that you have to have, that you need to be taking, but you've had to, instead of taking 1 pill a day, stretch it out to 1 pill every 2 days. Okay, now I feel a little off, so let me go ahead and catch up on that pill. So my 30-day supply, I need to make into a 60-day supply because I don't have insurance. And it sucks because one of my medicines is an antidepressant. And I've never taken antidepressants, so don't you fuckers jump on me and say, oh, he's on antidepressants, he's a nut. I've never taken them. She put me on them after my stroke because she knows me personally, and she knows that I can tend to overexpress my emotions. So she understands that. She knows what I do too. She knows that I go out and audit and anything bad could happen, and she tells me you need to stay out of stressful situations. But I'm going to scroll down now and see if anybody else out there has had that problem where they've had to parse their medicine out or stretch it out. Has anybody else had that problem? Because I'm having that problem right now. Let me see. I'm going to go down here and see. God, man, you guys are commenting like crazy. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry I can't keep up. Of course, he needs more drugs. Mud Shark, dude. That's my doctor. Are you a doctor, Mud Shark? Everybody, Mud Shark's a doctor now. She knows better than my doctor. That's what I don't get about it, man. You won't agree with the world's scientists and the world's doctors, but you'll agree with Billy Joe Bob down on the corner, the mechanic. I heard this. Well, you heard wrong, dumbass. Hundreds of years of doctors prove you heard wrong. You've heard wrong, period. So you telling me, of course, I need more drugs? Yeah, because my doctor says I do. Am I not going to listen to my doctor because Mud Shark here? Mud Shark, give me your medical history, your medical training. Let's see it. Let's see it. Where's your degree? Because, I mean, it's kind of a big thing if you're telling me I should disobey my doctor's orders. So, let me know your background and whether or not I can trust you to disobey my doctor. Let's see if you can do it, Mud Shark. Oh, nothing. No response. I'm just the one that throws back. I know. Gen X, you're cool. Generation X, you're cool. And guys, if you're in here and you think that, you know, that you said something and you're an ally, you're a friend of mine, or you're on my side, but you think you said something that may make me angry, say it. It's okay, dude. It's okay. I know whether or not you're a good person from your comments and in the comments in the past. It's okay, man. We're not going to agree on 100 things, on everything. So I'm not mad at you. I just want to talk to you. But you throw back. I like that. I love that shit. Dude has had one too many clot shots. What's a clot shot? What's a clot shot? Tell me. I don't know. I've never heard that. Trump is fantastic. Trump is fabulous. What the fuck is wrong with you? What did I say, dude, that pissed you off? You mad as a pedo. Trump is fantastic. But to talk about the medication stuff, as a type 1 diabetic, I have struggled to afford my diabetic medication that I have to have to Survey. Thankfully, I can now afford a good insurance now. But you probably have done what I've done, right? You probably, well, I don't have enough to get me through the month, so we shouldn't have to do that. If we need the drug and the doctors tell you need the drugs to stay alive, why the fuck would I have to stretch those drugs out? You know what I mean? It's like they tell Americans, you know, you're a little valuable to us, but if you don't have the money, you're not valuable to us. Then you become a burden. Well, you're not a burden, people. You're not a burden. That's what our tax dollars are for. And one day, hopefully before I die, we have universal health care in this country. That's my dream. That's my, I would love to see that. Are you into docking? So Mary, I appreciate all your contributions today. Thank you very much. I'm going to cut it short here in a bit. I got some errands I got to run. Got to go to my job, to my other job. You into docking? Well, let me see. Let's see. Trump's Bubba's side chick. We're all getting some enjoyment out of that. We know it's nonsense, but we need to get past this. Let's just make the other side mad, just because. You know, I've done it. I've shared memes on Facebook that are, you know, gear blue. There's no doubt I've done that. Generally, though, when I do that, it's because somebody else has said something really disgusting. I don't tend to just go troll red hats and call them all disgusting people. I want to see your disgusting comment. When you've made your disgusting comment, then that's when I will come out with my memes and fire back at you, because I'm a Gen Xer and I'm an American. And if you tell me not to do something, if you tell me not to touch a button, guess what? I want to touch that button even more. So just don't be a bootlicker. That's all. Blood clot, you take blood thinners. I take blood thinners. Is that what clot degrel is? Fabulous. That seems kind of gay, LOL. What, because I said fabulous? You okay, man? Are you okay? Honestly, Alpha, I'm asking you a question. Are you all right, buddy? I use a word, fabulous, and you said that seems kind of gay, LOL. Sorry that my word didn't fit what you wanted to hear out of my face, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy statement. I literally am at a place in my life that I can afford my medication now, but it wasn't always like that. So I do totally feel what you're saying, especially insulin if it's so expensive. Thank you. Thank you for that. So you weren't out begging for free stuff, were you? You just want to stay alive, right? Is that too much to ask to stay alive these days? This aggression will not stand, man. I don't even have my when I wear the hat like I wore yesterday downtown, that's when I get a lot of the Big Lebowski stuff. But so that's the first time I've seen that one. But thank you for that. I take that as a compliment, man. It's one of probably my favorite comedy of all time. Big Lebowski. What a great movie. What a great movie. Fantastic. I'm talking to your chat, Gen Express, not you, brother. I'm a dumbass. I don't know, man. I don't know how all this chat shit works. If anybody's an expert, if anybody wants to be a moderator for me, man, I don't know. Again, I'm growing. It's a growing channel. All this stuff I will figure out. My video quality sometimes are going to be shit, and I'm going to get made fun of because of that. But that's okay. We'll do this together. We'll learn together, and hopefully you guys are patient with me, because I'm going to have some very professional looking videos coming out. I promise you. Gen X, I was a little confused by it, so sorry about that. But I wasn't mad at you. I just wanted to know what I said. Trump makes liberals cry. It's awesome. Who's crying? Anybody crying? Anybody in the back seat crying? Let me check. Hey, anybody crying back here? No? Bag, you're not crying? No? What else? Over here, you crying? Oh. Stick shift? You crying? Gear shift? Drink? Are you crying? God, I don't see any crying. Where's crying? Where's crying? Libby. What kind of, is that your way to make the liberal title look even worse? I mean, come on, you've demonized that title for 50 years. Socialism. Oh my God, socialism. We're a socialist country. We always have been. We're a socialist country. You don't need meth to stay alive. Thank you, man. Libby. Who said anything about meth? I don't know what he's talking about, man. I meant to say survive. My talk to text keeps cutting off, but yes, it shouldn't have to be this way. Mary, you're absolutely right. Thank you for being a beacon, a light in a storm today, Mary. I greatly appreciate it. And I know a lot of you guys are probably in the chat protecting old liver cheese. I really don't need it, guys. They can troll me as much as they want to. Some of them I'm going to respond to. You've seen. I respond to some of them, but I ask them serious questions. If they can't answer it, we move on. And you just call somebody a name and then you can't say why they're that way, then it holds no bearing. I move on. All right. Yep. Fake news. I mean, if you know when you're educated, help the guy out. He is a human being. People are weird. Yes, people are weird. I'm weird. I'm weird as shit. Liberals aren't crying. We're celebrating here lately because we're winning. We see the writing on the wall. Republicans are falling apart and leaving the MAGA movement. Brad, what a hopeful comment. And I hope that you're actually seeing that. I really do. Because I think a lot of these people that voted for him, they had their reasons, and now it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna have open arms for you over here, man. If you want to come out, if you want to come over onto our side and say, you know what, I voted for this, but he's not really delivering on what he said he was going to deliver on, or for whatever reason, all the nastiness out there, I'm tired of it, let's move on, let's advance our country, then I'm glad that you've seen that. I haven't really asked too many people because it's kind of a personal thing, but I hope you're seeing that. I hope you're seeing that. So thank you for that comment, Brad. I appreciate it. Don't become MAGA, LOL. Let's try a game, liver cheese, to stay completely still for 20 seconds. Are you saying I'm moving around a lot, that I'm shifting a lot? I'm in a front seat of a fucking Subaru. I'm not comfortable. I was just going to come on here for, I swear to God, I was going to start this feed and we were going to do like a 30-minute thing about the mall. I was going to walk in the mall, interact with some people, and that was going to be it. But you guys, the trolls all came in, and we're having fun now. And a lot of good people, a lot of other good people came in to wish me well and to compliment me and wish me the best on my journey and our journey, because I want you to come with me. Come with me, guys. I know there's 100 million people out there with a fucking YouTube channel, okay? But I'm a real one. I'm a real one. I won't say anything that's bullshit. If you catch me in a lie, I'll be the first to admit it. If you catch me doing something wrong, I will definitely admit it. If I feel like it's wrong and it's affected somebody else, I'm going to admit it. I'm not going to set up my tripod every day and talk a certain way and look a certain way and try to get a million viewers because I talk a certain way. I don't want that, man. I want a new social experience with social media. I want us to talk. I want us to come in here and have a chat, conversations like humans. This divide between us is because of social media. Easy to type something in when you're not talking directly to a human. That's all I want y'all to look at, okay? If you type something, I've done it. I typed something, I was over the line. I admit it. Yeah, that was wrong. That was over the line. Don't be a douche. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, man. That should be everybody's motto in life, huh? Don't be a douche. You guys are freaking amazing. I want to talk about y'all for a second. Thank you so much, man. I had a couple of wild days. I caught the shooting at the mall. I happened to be there. My wife, you know the whole situation. And I was on, here's what's funny. Let's talk about this real quick to my 6 viewers, okay? I'm going to assume you guys are regulars, okay? And I had a blast with this situation. Not with the situation of the shooting. Clearly, I didn't have any blast with that. That's awful. What was funny, if you watched it live, is that I got interviewed by three different news channels, and they asked me my name. And the first guy, I almost slipped up and gave him my name. I was doing a live feed too, and he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Will." And he said, "What's your last name?" And I stopped. It's funny. It's all live. Go watch it if it's up. Sometimes it takes a while for YouTube to put those live streams up. It takes a long time. This one today probably won't be up till 2 days from now. It's because of them. They take a long time to weed it all out and get it up. It's a lot of processing. Yeah, but watch that, because I got lost again. He asked me my name, then he asked me my last name, and I sat there like a deer in a headlight, and I was like, "Liver cheese." And then he called me Mr. Liver Cheese live on air. Called me Mr. Liver Cheese. And then I was thinking the whole time, this is ludicrous. This guy's actually calling me Mr. Liver Cheese. And then a second news channel did the exact same thing. Third guy who I interviewed with was cool as shit, and I told him, I was like, "Dude, can I not give you my last name before? Will you not ask for my last name, because I don't want you to make you call me Liver Cheese." And he was super cool about it. I thought that was a little levity in that whole situation. Terrible situation. In case you don't know about it, you're not all from Memphis. And Wolf Chase Galleria, probably it's our best mall in the city. Easily our best mall. It's in an area though where you got white people on one side, you got black people on the other, and you got, if crime happens, the white people say, "I ain't going there." A lot of the black people do too. But in this situation, yeah, it was very important that we understood that these two shooters, or the person that shot the other person, confessed, by the way, on his way home. Got away. Let's add that. Got away. You saw how many cops were up there. This guy got away, live streamed his chat, his confession, or live streamed his confession, went home, got arrested, and then the mayor goes on TV talking about the Memphis Safe Task Force. It's the reason that nobody else got hurt. Guys, don't try to bullshit a bullshitter. This guy knew this guy. They got into an argument about something, and one of the guys made the other guy, punched him or something, made him look like a beta in front of his wife or girlfriend or whatever, and he pulled out a gun because he don't know how to act in society. He pulled out a gun and he shot his friend. His friend. Very important that we know it's his friend, because malls like that are already struggling enough. And the next day I see a chat, or today I see somebody who, they went yesterday. I should have gone back to the mall and done a follow-up. But they came back out to the mall and interviewed people. And of course, people were like, oh, I don't feel safe anymore. I don't know if I'm going to shop here. And I really thought about that, and it's quite disgusting. Because if you don't feel safe in a mall because a friend of a friend shot a guy, what makes you connect that situation with that mall? That's what I want to know. Because the mall is no more dangerous because of that situation than your Circle K right down the street, or your Kroger, or any other place that you go to. Exactly what happened in that mall can and probably will happen at your Circle K or your Kroger. So don't blame the mall because it's in an area that has black people to the south. These were both Hispanic people, by the way. Both Hispanic. But yeah, they want to make you believe that this mall is a nest for evil. You go to a mall, you're not safe. You go to a mall, and guess what happens? Nostalgia hits you. You look around, you start to go, this is pretty cool. It would suck if this went away for something stupid. We have taken a random act of violence between two friends and somehow tied that to a mall, where businesses are already struggling to survive because of Amazon and eBay and any other online, Walmart.com. They're struggling because a lot of people are lazy and staying home. Not even lazy, just it's more convenient to order your stuff. But if you're like me, I do like to get out, and I like to, if I'm going to make a major purchase, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to touch it. So places like Best Buy, they're going to be fine. If you're going to buy a computer, you're probably going to go up to Best Buy and talk to somebody that knows a little bit about that computer, right? Okay, so we have this giant tribute to commerce and to communism, not communism, into capitalism. And we've now are making it where you should be afraid to go to that mall. And that sticks in my craw. I don't like that. Because that's not what happened. Just because you're scared because somebody else got murdered in a mall, I get you being scared. But it should not keep you from coming back to that mall because of a random act of violence that could happen anywhere in the country. Food for thought. Okay, think about that one. I want malls around, man. I like them. We talked about it earlier. We like to socialize and talk to people, eat the cookies, go get the pretzel, the $7 pretzel, all that shit. That's going to be taken away. And when those things go away, you don't get them back. They're gone. They're gone. That's a part of American history. Gone. Why? Let's start to trust each other. Start to trust your fellow human beings. Understand that anytime you walk out of the house in a country that has more guns than people, you're at risk. I don't care if you're in a white part of town, if you're in a black part of town, if you're in a Mexican part of town, if you're in Chinatown. I don't care where the fuck you're at. You're in a country that has more guns than people. There's a chance you're going to get something, somehow it's going to affect you. You can say it's not until it does. And when it does, you have to understand that it's not somebody angry or coming after you just shopping. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you're safer in the mall. They had security in there. Today they had the National Guard walking around in there with literally nobody else in the mall. Is the damage done already to that mall? That's what concerns me. That mall is very important to Memphis. And if you're afraid to go to that mall, then you be afraid to go to that mall and you stay away from that mall. But you don't have to spread around bullshit and talk about how dangerous the mall is just because you're afraid to go in that mall. That's all. Think about it. Think about that for a second. All right, let me go down here. Scroll down to the bottom. I love you guys. Man, y'all are some chatting sons of bitches. I love it. I love it. I love it. On the other hand, if they should be carefully moving. On the other hand, if they aliens should be carefully moving on the humans. Are you talking about real aliens? Generation X. We can talk about some aliens, man. Liberty is all about aliens, man. I believe that shit. I think they're out there. All right. Thank God we have those guns. Well, and that's the argument you're going to get on the right. More guns. How do you solve violence? By everybody in the country owning a gun. Teachers, guns. You need guns. Guns in schools. You need more guns. More guns. More guns. More guns. More guns. That's not a fucking solution. More schools. More schools. More schools. More schools. Better schools. Right? Let's get to the root of the problem. Let's fix the problem instead of putting a Band-Aid on it. And you're going to have your guns, man. Liberties, don't deny your guns. You know how I feel about AR-15s, though. I'm not an AR-15 fan. Don't think that the public should have access to that weapon. Other weapons, have at it. Have at it. Shoot your TV on, for all I care. You know? I don't know. Do whatever you want to do with your guns. I don't care. I'm not coming for your guns. Not coming for your guns. And you're going to say gun-free zones. Well, gun-free zones, criminals don't follow that. Well, no shit. No shit. It's just them telling you, hey, we would rather you not have guns in here. It didn't work because the guy took a gun in anyway. One of them was unarmed. The one who died was unarmed. The other guy who decided to take his gun into a gun-safe, free environment, he's the one that killed somebody. So, I don't know. To put a sign up that says a gun-free zone, why does that make you so mad? Yeah, is it really that difficult to go anywhere without your gun? I may go see a movie later today. Not going to take a gun. I just went to the mall. Didn't take a gun. I just rode public transit all the way downtown for free in one of the most dangerous cities in the world, or in the country, without a gun. I'm still here. So, if you want your gun, if that's what makes you feel safe, have your gun. But the solution is not, as far as liberties goes, to arm everyone. That's not a solution. It's not a solution. The solution is what we're doing right here. We're talking face to face. Understanding that just because somebody's on the other side, they're not your enemy. They're not. They just have different viewpoints than you. That's it. Peace and kindness. Love all you guys. Here we go. That's right. People are nuts. Message held for review. Let me see. Buy 300 guns and stash them all over town so they're readily accessible. Yeah, that's a good one. The chat is going too fast. Slow down. Wackadoo. Oh, really? So the guy in Colorado that did that in a theater? What about it? What about it? The solution's not more guns. I mean, yeah, you got crazy motherfuckers anywhere you live. In this country, unfortunately, the crazy's going. Sane people are acting crazy. Sane people right now are acting crazy. So, what do you want me to say? That if everybody in the theater had a gun, when Dylan came in and shot up the fucking theater, that somebody would have shot him and less people would have died? Well, yeah, we can make that argument. But we can also make the argument that someone gets confused. So maybe someone throws a firecracker down or something. Somebody pulls their gun out. I'm going to take care of the situation. They fire into a fucking crowd thinking they're fired on some mass shooter. Or they fire past the mass shooter and hit somebody. There's a little thing in this country we have called police. Police. The ones who the right wingers say they back the blue, and they back the blue unless it's in a black city. Then they don't back the blue. Then they think they need to send in the National Guard because these black people can't be doing the right thing, right? I mean, come on, make it make sense. I know, troops everywhere. I do Eddie style, mall walking, gun free. Nice, Mary. WTF. Guys, my phone's about to go dead. Okay? I've enjoyed this chat. It's been fun. It's been real because we've talked about real things. All right? Thank you all. I love you. I've got some videos coming out soon that you can check out on my channel. And I've seen all the love. Thank you for all the subs. I appreciate it. Even for the trolls who come in, you're engaging in conversation. So that's a valuable thing. I love you all. Treat each other great. Liver Cheese is out of here. Oh.